We're live?
But we can hear.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Here we are.
Hi.
Hi. Boys Club IRL.
Boys Club IRL, Boys Club Live. I feel so nervous.
Oh man, we should do some jumping jacks.
Which is so dumb because how many times have we done this? Literally.
Totally, a million times.
A million times?
205 times, I think, actually. Technically.
Okay, so easy.
Should be used to it by now.
Great work. Easy work. Very excited to be here. The concept came from the idea that you were in town. And then our friends at Pleaser, whom we love, said we could use their studio, which is so nice of them. Kate's locked in. We're going to get some BTS of that pretty soon. It's quite an elaborate setup.
It is.
It's like really official.
2 cameras,
Lighting.
fill, professionally managed sound.
Uh-huh.
I hope we're sounding good. Kate,
Are we sounding good, Kate?
Okay.
Okay, we're sounding good. Okay, I want to start with a few bits.
Let's go. Let's get right into the bits.
Right into the bits. For those who don't know, Boys Club, what's Boys Club, Dina?
Boys Club is a media company. We talk about technology, we talk about culture, we talk about the two together, and we do that through newsletters. We do that through now live streams.
Live streams.
Streamers now.
We're streamers.
And events. And if you're new here, what a wonderful time to arrive. Come into the comments and say where you're at. Like, where are you dialing in from? Tell us your location, age, sex, location. Drop it in the comments. We want to hear from you. We have a lot of guests today.
A lot of guests.
A lot of guests.
Really fun group.
You could probably reference the guests on the tweet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
My
you.
Gatorade Zero was removed. Removed from the shot.
Should I take the logo out? Is
No, I
that?
think it's hilarious.
Oh, okay, great.
The logo. As if we have sponsors who would be upset by it. Yeah. I will say Boys Club runs on Gatorade Zero. We drink a lot of it. If there's something in it that is going to kill me, I hope it's Swift.
Take me now.
Take me, Lord. It's my
Take me.
time. Then it's my time. I lived doing what I love, which is drinking Gatorade Zero. Okay, so I have some bits for you.
Okay.
You told me to arrive with some bits. So my first one is going to be who said it.
Who said it?
Who said it?
Okay.
Okay.
A quiz bit.
It's a quiz bit.
Okay, great.
It's putting you on the spot. Okay, so these are your options of who said this.
Okay.
Sabrina Carpenter,
Okay.
RFK,
Okay.
Mark Andreessen.
Okay.
Okay.
The Holy Trinity.
Dream blunt rotation.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
My understanding is the same is true for saunas and plunge pools.
Saunas and plunge pools. Mark Andreessen.
Yeah.
He's hitting that. Like.
Who do you think that was a quote tweet of?
A quote tweet of Brian Johnson.
One other try.
Okay. A quote tweet of.
You got it. A man.
A man.
A man.
Yeah. Not Brian Johnson.
Not Brian Johnson.
Okay.
Other wellness guy.
Huberman. Huberman.
That's the one. That's the one. Okay. Headlines: real or fake?
Okay.
Gen Z are eating dinner at 6 p.m. and
That-
it's because they're losers.
I saw this headline. It spoke to me so deeply. You know that I'm an early dinner person.
Oh my gosh. We were having a dinner last night. 5 p.m. reservation
A 5 p.m.
for
reservation
you. For
is
you.
Perfect for me.
Uh-huh.
I am a loser. Great. I don't mind. I hope this headline is real, but I think it's fake.
Okay. Next. 10% of wealthy Gen Zers and millennials admit to digital shoplifting, rationalizing it with inflation and influencer hacks.
How are we digitally shoplifting?
I didn't read
Okay,
it.
maybe like looking for
Codes.
codes.
I think like a honey plugin.
Okay.
One would assume.
okay.
Real or fake?
Real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Palantir CEO says Gen Z can either have a social life at age 20 or be successful.
I bet is that real?
Okay, real.
Yeah.
So all of them are real in some way or another.
Okay.
The 10%, it's actually 50% of wealthy Gen Zers
Okay.
say that they are digitally shoplifting.
Good for them.
Proud of them.
Totally.
You gotta get your kicks somewhere.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then this is just like a trend spotting section, and I didn't really have enough time to flesh it out. So all I have is prison tweeting. That's my trend spotting for the moment.
Yeah, SBF
SBF.
is on X again. Not quite sure the logistics of that.
Nope.
But he tweeted
GM, right?
yesterday, GM, I think.
Concise.
Yeah.
Clear.
And everyone is wondering, myself included, what the heck that's about.
Me too. Also, Elizabeth Holmes. You know how I feel about her. I love her.
Apologist.
I'm an apologist for Elizabeth Holmes. I really am. And she's tweeting, and she's getting pretty low engagement, which makes me really sad. Like when I see like 62 likes on an Elizabeth Holmes tweet, I'm like, what are we doing here? This woman, give her something to work with, you know?
I did see something that went viral last week where she shared her mailing address in prison.
Whoa.
To be sent books, I guess, is what she's after. And
Okay, pen pals.
And it was going viral, and like everyone is now probably going to be sending her a bunch of her.
Whoa, her mail's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I one time accidentally doxed. I love to do this. Doxed my home address on Twitter with a screenshot of an Uber. So you can also write me too if you want to dig deep enough. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, great. I thank you so much for preparing those bits.
Anytime.
I really want to talk about the work that we did on your Raya profile last night.
Great. Okay, but
yeah.
You need to read our ad first.
Oh, great. So this live stream is supported by Polygon. We love Polygon so much. If you've touched crypto in any way, chances are you've already used Polygon. It's the chain quietly powering a bunch of stuff that actually works, that people actually use, like Stripe's crypto payments, betting on Polymarket's prediction markets, and a bunch more. Polymarket's prediction markets with a lip flip.
Oh my God, we both
hard to say.
Have had some Botox in our mouth area, and I have zero mobility.
The P's are tough. Anyway, love Polygon. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. We're having so much fun, and shall we?
Let's shall.
Let's shall.
Okay. Do you want to introduce our first guest?
Lane Florsheim, Wall Street Journal reporter.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
The crowd loves it. Wow, we're so happy to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun.
Thanks so much for being game. I know that you like get a text and you're like, hey, you want to come on this thing? And you're like, yeah, sure. Like, that's so cool.
No, this is great. I'm excited to be here. What books are we sending Elizabeth Holmes in prison?
I'm gonna print out a copy of your article and send it to her. Okay, so you wrote, you spent time with the founder of Raya, and you wrote this piece, Singles Are Sick of Dating Apps, but there are 2.5 million on Raya's waitlist.
Yes.
What's going on? What was it about?
I'm like, where should I begin?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's by the way a really great article, and
really
we'll drop
fun.
the link in the comments. It's really fun.
Thank you so much. No, it was so much fun to work on. I write about this in the article, but I spent like 6 years on Raya, so I was very familiar with the
Power
dating app
user.
Going in. Yeah, power user. And I felt lucky because I got to talk to Daniel Gendelman, the founder, but then I also got to talk to the company's CEO, Matthew Kistner, and their VP of memberships, Ifeoma Ojukwu, whose job is just fascinating. She has a team of 15 people, and their full-time job is reviewing Raya applications.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah. Their full-time job is gatekeeping. 5 of them only look over the wait list.
Yeah.
And so
5 full-time employees.
5 full-time employees
Wow.
are just going back to
Wow.
the Raya waitlist.
Okay.
So that was like one of the tidbits that I found
That's
most
crazy.
interesting for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that it also just comes at an interesting time because it's both, this year is both Raya's 10-year anniversary. And then also it's like, you know, we all read so many of these articles about dating app fatigue and how sick of dating apps people are and just all the things that they try to do as alternatives to dating apps. This morning I was reading an article about a company that hosts like PowerPoint events where friends give a deck about their friend, and I was just, I mean,
Oh, about their friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
it's
I like
sweet,
that.
yeah.
that's
It's like really sweet, but they're just, you know, I think everyone's so burnt out on dating apps that it's interesting to have one where 2 million people are on the wait list and they're like clamoring to pay $25 a month for this thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I actually couldn't. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Is this real? Chat, is this real?" Was my feeling around it.
Well, so I got a little bit of that too, but then you also, you know, it's also relative. It's like Tinder has 50 million monthly users.
Right.
So
Yeah, the scale.
Yeah.
And how long has Raya been around?
10 years.
10 years. Okay, so 2.5 million people, maybe presumably over the course of 10 years,
Yes.
building up
Yes,
on
and
that wait.
they get up to like 100,000 applications a month.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. And did they give you a sense for how many people they approve out of that 100,000 a month?
They are very protective of those numbers.
Yeah.
The New York Times wrote the initial story, like unveiling Daniel as the founder, and at the time, the admission rate was about 8%, and I got them to tell me it's like a little bit higher now.
Okay.
But nothing super specific.
Okay, and for a while he was like anonymous, right?
Yes,
Okay.
for like the first 3 years or
Okay,
so.
and then he was doxxed, or I guess interviewed by
Yes.
the New York Times. He allowed the doxing. Okay, so I'm curious. We did some work on my Raya file last night.
Tell me about this.
In preparation, really, for this
It was
interview.
research.
It was research. It was research. Miranda and Dina went in on my Raya, and I think the feedback I got from you all,
Yeah.
and correct me if I'm wrong, was too mean and too cool.
Too cool. We were trying to soften and
Okay.
like make it
Feminize.
a little friendlier.
What was
Yeah.
mean about your profile?
Just like not a lot of smiling photos,
Sunglasses.
a lot of sunglasses.
It wasn't like optimized for the male gaze, which if you're in the game of Raya, I do feel
Right.
like you might have to play the game of the male gaze. So that's what we were sort of working on.
solving for. That's
Yeah,
what you're
that's
solving
what we were
for.
solving
So it looks very different today than it did yesterday. My experience, and I'm curious yours, is that it's like, were you on, I mean, now this is about your dating life. Were you on other dating apps?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
How did they differ for you from Raya?
I mean, I wrote this in the story, but I feel like on Raya, it's like men are better at curating their photos, first of all. I think that, I do think from like a design perspective.
Oh, men are better than on other dating.
Then on
Yeah.
Tinder,
Yeah.
whatever. At least I found that to be the
Yeah.
case. I always liked the slideshow format, just like it being a little bit more visually led, and you get to pick a song, and you know, I think like overall, I found it slightly more exciting than other dating apps I was on at the time. But also at the end of the day, it's a dating app. Like
Yeah.
there's not too much you can do to really change up that
The experience,
form.
totally.
Yeah. What about you?
Am I on other apps?
Well, how do you
My
find
experience
your
of it?
Raya experience?
My experience of it is that there's a lot of men who listen to Rufus to Soul. I'm like, okay, this is, and I feel that my main like product feedback for them is
Yeah.
I don't want to see men who are in Singapore or in
Yes.
Dubai. Like,
Yes.
I'm just like, this is useless for me, and I travel.
Not because of the men in those.
Not at all.
areas.
Of course.
We're not in the same location. Yes.
Yeah, because of location.
Totally. And I do travel a lot, so I think that their argument would be like, oh, well, these are people who are traveling all the time. I travel all the time, but it's doesn't matter. Like
Right.
it's a numbers game, and those numbers don't work for me. So that's my experience, and then I feel like myself included, and this was feedback you gave me, and I will own it. It's like everybody on there, everybody's like too cool for it. And so then it means like really low engagement. And that is what I've heard across many friends who are on it,
Right.
and men and women, and the experience is just like, hi. The experience is just really like, yeah, low back and forth. And then you're kind of just like, I don't really know what I'm doing here because what are we all doing here?
Yeah.
And then I think it's user error.
I think
it's
it
user
might be. Did you get the sense when you're interviewing him that they're like printing money? Because that's what, when I was reading between the lines, a couple things which you had in your reporting, they don't have traditional venture backing. So they got approached but didn't take on like the whatever Sequoias and they didn't take on that type of money. And
it seemed that was available to them if they had wanted
totally
to.
available to them.
Yeah.
And they chose not to. And they like took on some investors, but they're like passive investors. And just like doing a little back of the napkin math on their numbers, like they are like making a lot of money.
Right.
Was that your sense?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't report on their exact revenue, but I did the same back of the napkin math. And yeah,
And
I mean, one thing that Daniel said that was interesting is that like when you're launching something like this, it's like you have a choice. Either you create this premium product and have people pay for it, it's Spotify, it's Netflix, whatever, or like you're the product and you're doing ads and you're, so they've always just gone with that former model. And I think, yes, I think it's working out for them
I didn't know.
well.
$25 a month.
$25 a month. Clown show.
You're paying that?
Yeah. Clown. Literally.
Wow.
Clown behavior. But most people I know do the even more premium, which is $50 a month. $50
Right, yeah,
a month.
almost 20% of people are paying $20
That's
or
crazy.
$50 a month.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. And I feel like they've done a really, like, it's designed to get you to upgrade because you have a limited amount of people that you can see any given time.
Right.
And then if you're like Pro Plus or whatever it is, then you can see everybody who's liked your profile and you can see, you get more options.
Insights, data.
Data, you get data, you get
big
feedback,
data.
you get good feedback. Yeah, I think I'm curious about if one of the things that you had said in your article is that a lot of the applications are actually young people, like Gen Z users, and that is sort of, and the whole meat of the article is really like, there's this huge idea that Gen Z doesn't date, doesn't have sex, doesn't like dating apps, and that what they're seeing is the complete opposite of that in their data.
Right.
And I'm curious if, obviously, you interviewed him, but if you buy it, like, if you're like, there's ways that you can manipulate data any given way to make it the story that you want it to be. And from your other reporting, and you talk about culture and talk about young people a lot, like, if you think that feels real.
I mean, I can't say
totally.
definitively one way or the other. The stat is that like 40% of Gen Z, or is like 40% of the applications are Gen Z, 40% of the users are Gen Z. I think one of the things that I took away from the whole experience of reporting and writing the story is that this isn't a particularly new insight. The founder of Bumble, Whitney Wolfe Herd, recently said on an investor call, she said something, I'm paraphrasing, but she said something along the lines of like, volume isn't a guarantee of more success. And I think that more like other dating apps have always gone for like more users. And what everyone is finding is like, this leads to like a big pool. You're not necessarily finding the people you actually connect with. And then there's also like, spam and everything like that. And so I kind of took away, like, if we could find more ways to specialize this kind of thing, that could be really good for like the dating app climate. But then the other side of that is, I think, just going back to your question, I think that like something that's exclusive that you have to apply to get into, I think that creates, appeal of its own.
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't surprise me that Gen Z would also want
be interested.
to.
Yeah. And also they've done no marketing, right? Like it's all basically word of mouth.
They don't spend any money on advertising. I think they've had like events here and there, but more or less.
Yeah. Their go-to-market is like exclusivity, essentially.
They're not doing the Bumble billboard strategy.
Yeah. That makes sense.
A line that I loved from your piece was about how the company sends Raya baby blankets to new parents who.
Thank you so much for saying that. That was one of my favorite tidbits, and like no one has mentioned it to me.
I'm like, that's
all.
wild. So it's like here, like the baby photo.
The fruit of our labor.
It's so funny.
Raya babies.
Totally.
Okay, two questions for you. Okay, one is, what would you want like a Raya for? Like, Raya's for dating, but that type of experience, exclusive, like swipe feature for something else in your life.
Oh, that's so hard.
Okay, you can think about it.
Okay.
And then the second question that I have for you is something I see on Twitter all the time is like people talking about what are not designed to be dating apps, but are actually the best dating apps.
Oh, see, okay, I have kind of an easy answer because I was looking at, there's another WSJ article that I didn't write, but it's so great, and it's about how people are connecting for dating on Strava, on Duolingo.
Oh my gosh.
On Yelp.
Yelp.
Because it's like, of course we hear like Instagram is Raya is the new whatever, but it's like these three, I just love reading the story. It was really fun.
I saw recently that Spotify is doing chat now. And people are like, oh, this is going to be the new dating app. And I'm like, what? Like,
I mean, people said that about LinkedIn at one point.
Yes.
It's like, not everything should be a dating app.
Not everything should. Totally agree. Okay, great. We also wanted to talk to you about Rich Talk.
Yes.
Okay, so can you give us a 101 on what Rich Talk is?
I mean, I should probably preface this by saying I'm not an expert on Rich Talk. I wrote this profile of Becca Bloom, who started posting on TikTok in January and has kind of become like a star, the queen, or however you want to label it, of Rich Talk. And I mean, Rich Talk is, it's TikTok. It's a corner of TikTok where it's wealth and it's opulence, and I think. I spent 2 days in May or June watching every single one of Becca's TikToks, and I think
You clocked your hours.
Yeah.
You clock it in.
I mean, you should see my notes stock. I have like 12 pages of notes on these TikToks. But what's like fun and kind of surreal about the phenomenon is that she's doing all of the typical like influencer formats and tropes where it's like, it's get ready with me, it's outfit of the day, it's what's in my bag, but it's like through this lens of extreme wealth. So she's doing like what's in my bag, and it's probably like a Birkin, and she's doing it sitting in her parents' Rolls Royce with that, they're like the glittery
How old is she?
ceiling. She's 27.
That feels like bait. That's bait.
Yeah.
Like,
But
surely the comments are just flooded with people being like negative, I would imagine.
Well, reading the comments was a fun part of working on the story, but people love her so much.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite comments I read was, "When I say eat the rich, I never mean you." There are just so many like that, and I think people feel drawn to her because she seems very like nice, and she. That goes for like meeting her in person and everything too, but she like applies a sense of humor to a lot of it, I think. Like a lot of it is kind of surreal. She does these like elaborate plating videos where she'll like plate her cat's breakfast, and it has like caviar and quail eggs and like
Is she
sashimi,
married?
Sashimi. She just got married.
Okay, I know who this is. I
Yes.
actually just saw a video of her.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
The wedding was covered by Vogue.
Yes.
It was like a Lake Como wedding.
Okay.
I'm curious to see if I'd never seen anything like this before. They had this kind of, at first I was like, are these fireworks? What is this? They shot I think it's the same powder as gender reveals. They shot this like rainbow of
Oh my gosh. Okay,
colored
wow.
powder into the sky, and I'm like, is this a trend? Like, are
Yeah,
other
yeah,
people going to start doing this? Like,
I also feel like when I saw it, my first experience of seeing her video was like, this is parody, this isn't real. But then the more you watch her videos, you realize like there's no way that someone could parody this much without being actually wealthy. Like she has all the stuff.
well, and some of them even do seem they do seem like parodies. Like she's like, I'm going, like, this is my outfit of the day for my friend's goldfish's funeral. And I was like, were you really going to a funeral for a goldfish? And she
Right.
said yes. And she said, in college, my friends had some ants, like an ant farm, and they died, and we had a funeral for the ants.
Oh my
And
gosh.
So I think they
She's
like
committed to a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're commemorating.
Okay.
things. Yeah.
That's really funny. Okay, Lane, this was so fun.
Thank you guys so
So
much for having me on. I had so
fun.
much fun too.
You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
And we'll post the article in the thread, and it's a really fun read, so people should check it out.
Thank you so
Also,
much.
I want your feedback on my Raya at some point.
I
You're
would,
the expert.
I'm gonna. We'll make a
connect.
date. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, see ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
thanks.
Okay, so before we bring on our next guest, I wonder if we should phone a friend.
Let's phone a friend.
You think so?
Yeah, sure. I don't have my phone.
I
so-
have my phone.
Okay.
I'm like, or should we wait to phone a friend?
Let me think of who we could phone, and then
I
maybe
know
do
who,
it
I
in
know
the-
who I can phone. Let's see if they answer.
Okay. You're not going to say it on the stream because you don't want to.
I'm not gonna say it because we'll just see if they pick up.
Oh.
Hi,
Hi, what are you doing?
what's up?
I'm on the live stream and I'm just phoning a friend.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
It was a test.
It was a test
Who
when you
is it?
passed. This is Rachel. If you guys don't follow her on Twitter, you should. She's very funny. What do you do for work, Rachel?
I run an anonymous account that is pretty viral.
Are you gonna come stop by the Pleaser studio?
Yeah, I was actually going to text and see if you guys needed some coffee, and I was going to stop by.
Oh,
and
that's so kind.
That is
show face. I
so
was going to show
nice.
face today.
That is so nice. I don't think we need any coffee. There's a ton of tacos here, so if you want to come eat lunch. Okay, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you 4 questions, and you can answer any of them, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm shaking.
Okay, be fearful. Okay, give us a piece of tea. Give us a cryptocurrency that starts with a D. What year did Ethereum start? And who is the CEO of? We didn't finish that one. So what one? I really want you to give us tea.
Actually, hold on. There's someone at my door. But I know when Ethereum started. It's my wedding anniversary. It's July 30th. July 30th, 2015.
Wow, you guys are so deep in the game.
Too deep.
Too
Arguably
deep in
too
the game.
deep.
Too deep in the game.
I know we planned our entire wedding around it. Thank you, Vitalik. Love you.
Okay, thank you for answering. I love you. I'll see you soon.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, great.
Wow, I'm hoping that every person I call answers, and I'm like a 4 for 4 on this.
Totally.
That would
It's
be
also
huge.
it's a testament to your friendship that
Wow.
they pick it up.
Thank you. Thank you. The 2 rings was a little scary, I gotta say. Okay, we're miking up our next guest here, and
I
Kate,
feel like Jensen Huang.
you are Jensen Wang. You're giving Jensen Wang.
Jacket. His is probably real leather. Mine's not, but
I feel like yours looks like real leather.
can you pick up the movement on it or? Oh.
I do want to say when you bought this jacket, it smelled horrible, and you wore
Yeah.
it. You wore it around.
Yeah.
It was an eBay purchase.
It was a Depop purchase. Yeah.
Same thing, same but different.
uh-huh.
And actually, Depop, Raya for Depop.
Raya for Depop, also a Depop service that is buy it. This is my idea.
It's a store, Dina.
Well, no.
Matches based on your style. That'd be cool.
Very cool. Very
Matches
cool.
based on, well, I mean, kind of the algorithm does that.
No,
Okay.
I don't think it works.
Okay, here's my concept for a Depop little cottage industry around it. Is you buy it, it gets sent to a third party. You pay for it to get sent to a third party to get clean.
Oh yeah, really
and
smart.
then, and then it comes to you. So I would
love
pay
that.
an extra, what? $15 to have that intermediary.
Oh, Daisy just walked in. Daisy
hi,
of Dirt
Daisy.
Media in the house. How's it going? We're streaming.
Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
You can come in and you can come in.
Just come say hi.
You
I
don't
mean,
have to.
you don't
No
have
worries.
to. No problem.
Camera here, camera there.
When you feel ready. Dina's pitching. Dina's pitching.
That's it.
She's raising a seed.
a seed round for,
You can just walk on.
I don't know that this sound will pick you up, but you're.
Yeah, we just want to get close to them and get stuff.
Just come
a
in.
little way.
Get under the hot lights.
There she is.
There she is.
There's our gal.
There she
There's
is.
our gal.
Got some hair. Hit a move. Great.
Okay, should we bring Aubrey up?
Let's bring Aubrey up. Aubrey, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm all ready.
Oh, there
my
she is.
gosh.
I also have a water glass. This is water.
Oh,
The
great.
glass is
Come
a
on
glass.
in.
So good to see you. How are
Nice
you?
to see you.
Hi. Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful and feminine and just like
you.
a vision.
Thank you.
Um,
So shall I sit here?
sit on down. Okay,
This is amazing.
I feel you need no introduction.
I feel
but
she might need to introduce yourself. You have a new
You do.
thing that
I
you're
do.
doing. So tell us about it.
Yeah, I have started a company with my co-founder Elena, and we are a internet native comms firm for the space because, as we know, Bitcoin crypto really has a problem with like good comms, good marketing.
no,
It's
no.
never occurred to us that like people might have misconceptions about this space.
Yeah.
So we are solving for that because I think that's actually one of our biggest problems to solve for beyond
Yeah.
product, right? And so we are helping companies tell their stories in better ways and kind of bring a more offensive playbook compared to like, oh no, this broke, and now like let's try to explain to people why it's okay for them and it's safe, there's
Yeah,
sort of like
less
that
crisis
background.
comms.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
We need that as
Yeah,
an industry.
thanks.
We need it.
and I'm glad. It's like it's almost so overwhelming how much it's needed. I'm
Yeah.
like, we were right about it,
Yeah.
but There's just so many companies to work with, really great builders building like fantastic products that just need help to tell their story and go to market.
Yeah.
I think of you very much as like a Bitcoin gal. Is it primarily Bitcoin that you're working with, or are you branching out into other ecosystems?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin, is the most understandable for most people to get into. And that's why I always started with Bitcoin. And for me, and I think a lot of women are more like long-term investors, not day traders.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that women can't be day traders. It's just like I have a job, so I can't like
Totally.
on my laptop all the time. So for a lot of people, Bitcoin is safe. They know it's going to be here in the future. You know, it's trusted. Now we have like 11 Bitcoin spot ETFs. It's really validated from the world, and people feel like, okay, Bitcoin's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, I've been associated with it. And I also helped a company called Lolly, which was a Bitcoin rewards company, which got acquired, kind of grow to popularity. So I think that's kind of what I'm known for. But
Yeah.
I've been in Bitcoin and crypto and like owned different currencies for a long time. It wasn't always just Bitcoin, and I have a diversified portfolio, but I feel like when I'm like advertising to people, I just want to tell them like what's the easiest thing that
Totally.
they can get into.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. And you're sort of here to give us a little bit of a like state of the union on Bitcoin.
Okay, what's the price of Bitcoin right now? What are we?
113,000. We're down.
Okay,
down
okay.
10,000 from the all-time high right now.
Okay.
Why?
Everything's down right now.
Yeah.
I wish I had the answer to that, but there's just been like people are thinking like this is the last sort of downswing before we take off. But
Let's go. Let's go.
that's every
Higher,
time.
higher.
Higher. I mean, SBF did come back last night. Like,
I loved
did
your
you
tweet.
see
I loved
that?
your tweet about this. You tweeted something like, if you're engaging with this SBF tweet, like bottom signal basically. Like,
I
don't do
know,
that.
Lower. Also, it's just
Yeah.
so okay. Like sometimes crypto Twitter is so clout like chasing. It's disgusting because they know if they reply to the
Yeah.
tweet, like they're gonna get shown and like who's gonna have the funniest response. And it's like this guy took down this entire industry. He lost people so much money. Do we have like any bar for people
Right.
we won't
Yeah.
deal with? Clearly not.
No.
Because they're like talking and replying to him.
Yeah, I feel like he's at the beginning of like some sort of image laundering process that I don't think is going to be a good thing.
I
for us.
know. And also, Elizabeth Holmes has come back. There's like a lot of like jail tweeting happening right now.
Oh my gosh! At the beginning of the stream,
Name and claim. Name and claim.
I was like trend spotting.
Here we are.
Jail tweeting. See?
Yeah.
It's
It's a
happening.
thing.
I do
We're
have.
so internet brained that we're
it's
like,
really-
this is the new thing. People
Brain
tweeting
rot.
from jail.
I am a Elizabeth Holmes. I do have to get in front of it at the beginning. This is going to be the second time I've said it on the pod. But Elizabeth Holmes apologist, and so I do look at her tweets.
We stand her. I think she should be out. Men have done way worse. Free our girl.
Free Elizabeth Holmes.
I should have worn that shirt. We should make shirts.
Maybe.
Okay, so
As I
Bitcoin,
bash SBF, I'm like, don't talk to him. Talk to her. It's okay.
if we have to choose one. Okay, so 10K down from all-time high. Any other things that and people think that this is like the downswing before we're up only. Any other thoughts or feelings around the market around Bitcoin right now that you feel people should know?
There's so much happening in Bitcoin, but it's also, people are saying that Bitcoin's boring broadly, and people have said that about Bitcoin for a long time. But, something I would say is like, what is your definition of boring? Like, what do you want from your money?
Yeah.
You have like the internet, the IP that pins the entire internet, and that's not really exciting, but then the internet exists. So there's, Bitcoin is the biggest social, economical experiment that's ever existed. I don't think there could be anything more exciting than Bitcoin, generally, but there's always, like, every cycle you get that things are happening. Right now, it's the digital asset treasuries, or they're calling them the DATs, right? So it's like public companies are now custodying Bitcoin, and people are sort of FOMOing into those companies as investments. So you have like the really established ones, like Michael Saylor's strategy, Semler, other things like that. And then you have a lot of people who are just trying to like get a company together, custody Bitcoin so that people can ape in almost like an ETF in a sense. And there's going to be a lot that fail. And I don't think people are talking about that quite as much, because that's like the real frenzy that's happening on the Bitcoin side that maybe like the other side of crypto doesn't hear about or know about. I don't know. What do you guys feel like you know about the DATs? Like,
I feel like I hear about them, I see them on the timeline, but I don't feel briefed on it. Like, that's my experience of
I'm
it.
very concerned about like a cascade of bad things that could happen if they start to fail. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of layers of people that could be like financially harmed by
Totally.
a DAT failure.
The thing is like there is some, in some ways it makes sense. Like Michael Saylor has been doing things
What are
by
your
the
thoughts on
right
Michael
way. What?
What are your thoughts on Michael Saylor?
I like him.
Yeah.
You know, he's like gone out there and done that, and he's doing the thing, and like he's in the arena. However, I also feel like we've gotten so far away from like what Bitcoin's about. Like, what are the Bitcoiners excited about right now? Fed rate cuts and Bitcoin DATs. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
The ethos of Bitcoin was this like sovereign money, this borderless payment, e-cash payment system that you could send anywhere. It was very like romanticized, and now it's like, let's get your company like to onboard Bitcoin because people want to speculate, and like the Fed cut rates, like maybe it'll pump. That's so nauseating to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just like where have we gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be a doomer.
So what's exciting to you about Bitcoin? Like, is it products? Is it the builders that you're talking to? Like, what are the things that you're like, okay, this is a much more interesting story around Bitcoin?
I think the more interesting story is Bitcoin DeFi and building on Bitcoin as Rails. And it's a lot harder to do, but if it's solved for, I think it unlocks a ton of capital, because Bitcoin, a lot of Bitcoin just sits idle. So it's not productive capital.
There's no yield possible
Exactly.
on my Bitcoin, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, now we had BlockFi that did fall apart.
Yeah.
But now people are experimenting with better Bitcoin yield, and that can be offered to you. I think we need to build back the trust from the community. But Bitcoin should be like productive capital. It shouldn't just be sitting in your account and not doing anything with it. Like, we should make Bitcoin useful to people. So I think that's the narrative. That's a little bit different than like speculative and like throwing money at things and seeing if it like pops off. But like go off. I mean, I'm a free markets girly, so if you want to do that, do that.
Nice. Okay, we have some tweets that. Should we do quick hits or should we do a tweet?
Let's do quick hits.
Okay. Thoughts on the American Pope?
Love it so hard. As a Catholic, I'm so into it. The American Pope is actually, he chose his name after Pope Leo XIII. He's Pope Leo XIV.
Okay.
So during that time when Pope Leo XIII was Pope, he actually was in the time of the Industrial Revolution. So he wrote a lot of like papers on workers' rights and how we're going to come into this new age during the Industrial Revolution. This Pope is very interested in AI and tech. And I think people think of like religion and tech not coexisting, but they actually really do coexist. And recently, this month, there was the canonization of Carlo Acutis, who was the first millennial saint. And he also was one of the first coders, like on the internet coding websites for like the Catholic Church, and he's like a patron saint of technology. So like technology and religion actually are something that do coexist. I'm really excited about this Pope because I think he's going to talk a lot about how like advocacy and tech, you know, and Bitcoin, things like this can all exist, and they do exist with religion.
Cool.
So I think I'm excited about him. He's from Chicago. I'm like happy that we got, you know, some respect on our name. We thought they should all be Italians and stuff for a while, and it's like, yeah, no, like American we can throw down over here. I love that he was from Chicago too. I feel like Chicago's having its moment.
Yeah.
They're really
The bear.
The bear.
I don't know what else.
The Pope.
really doing so much.
I think some sports stuff.
totally.
There's something there. Okay.
Second question, are you a pronatalist?
I am a pronatalist, but I don't think women should be subjected to sort of like fertility rate stats, you know?
Amen.
Preach.
Totally. Less of that on the timeline.
Yeah, I mean,
Preferably.
it's so, the whole like, it's so annoying because people are like, women, you know, like they're gonna hit this wall, like they need to have kids. Like if you haven't found the right person to procreate with, then that's probably like okay. Like, you know, you just take your time. Don't like be fearful and try to find someone just for the sake
To
of
hit your
having
numbers.
kids.
To hit the stats.
To hit the numbers.
Yeah.
To hit the numbers?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? But yeah, I think families are great. I think American families are great. You know, hopefully I'll have my own family in the future, you know, but definitely pronatalist. I also think we need to create times for people to have families in, you know. If the world's not good and people aren't feeling comfortable and they can't buy a house, you know, the prices of homes have gotten to a crazy figure. You can't buy a home in America to the tune of like $1 million anymore. You know, and that's an insane number. My parents bought their first house for $99,000. So how far have we come? And I think that's a lot because of inflation, and Bitcoin, hopefully can solve some of that, but
Yeah.
it's not solving. housing
Not
prices yet.
quite yet. Okay, best and worst crypto comms marketing campaign you've seen recently.
Ooh, I don't know. Can I say anything I want on this feed? Or
Oh,
like, put it
anything.
down
Anything,
for-
please.
Go off.
Okay, best. I really like Ledger's Trust Yourself campaign. I thought it was just like simple. I like a simple tagline. I like people putting trust in themselves and kind of getting in the idea of self-custody. That was good.
Shout out to Burkey here.
Ooh, Vicky. I love Vicky. I actually love Vicky.
Oh,
I know Vicky. They're great.
They're very cool.
awesome. Love Vicky. Love what they're building. I love that it feels like Dune.
Uh-huh,
Feel
it
like
does.
It's gonna float out of your hand.
Yeah,
in
totally.
some sense. Love that. And what else? I liked Coinbase's millennial ad that they did. Did you see
Oh,
that?
yes.
It was about like millennial wealth transfer.
Yeah.
That was very interesting to me. The worst to me, I'm so sorry, I have to say it. I'm sorry, Base, but like the basis for pimping Jesse was not my favorite.
No comment.
So sorry, guys. I know you said I could say anything. on this
You
thing.
totally can. You
But
totally can.
that was the one that I was like not for. I don't know if that was a full marketing campaign, but I think doubling down on pimping is probably not the way. to
They
go.
gotta, they know who to call. PR right here.
No, Jesse and I hashed it out in the DMs. We're like, good.
Great.
about it.
Nice.
But I think that was like the not good one. But
Yeah.
but I think also when you're experimenting as a company and you're like throwing things out there, you're gonna have failures, and that's okay. I really like that Coinbase is kind of running themselves like a startup right now.
Yeah.
And like Brian Armstrong's like in the front of the company, which
Yeah.
before he kind of was, in the back, like running things. He's doing podcast interviews. It's really, really cool to see. And I think running your company that's been around for, 15 years as like a startup is so, so cool. So I applaud them for just trying shit and, throwing stuff and seeing what sticks.
Yeah,
Totally.
totally.
Yeah.
Okay, then last question here. This is not financial advice, but what token would you tell people to hold? Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin people are gonna like come for me if I
Oh,
say anything
also,
else.
I'm so curious your experience. I've only been to one Bitcoin conference. You've been to two. I went to one in Amsterdam. Kate was there. I legitimately had culture shock. I was like, this is a different beast. These people are built different.
You guys should not have gone to the Amsterdam one. No shade. I've been at that one. That's odd. Sorry. It's not play. The whole thing's weird. The best Bitcoin conference you could have gone to was the 2021 insane
It was in Miami, right?
Crazy. It was in June. It was way too hot. Like everyone was FOMOing there. There was
Yeah.
like a million people.
The good old days.
That was the best one. I think it was like maybe the first one out of COVID. People who hadn't seen people in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
years. The price was like exploding. We'll never get that feeling again. I'll be chasing that high forever. But I think, yeah, it is definitely culture shock. Let me know before you go to a Bitcoin conference so I can
Great.
direct you in the right
Yeah.
direction and show you the
Certainly will.
Yeah.
Okay, any token people should hold?
Token, always BTC. I actually really like Solana.
Nice.
I would be second to third highest bag.
Great. We're getting a State of the Union on Solana later this episode.
Oh, great. Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It
very
was
much.
so
Thanks for
fun to
having
see
me,
you.
guys. Yay, this was so fun.
Great.
Well, are we just still going?
We're still. It just rolls. We're just rolling.
Bye. I don't know where the cameras are.
Okay. Should we do another phone a friend?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. Let me see who I'm gonna call here.
I have a number for you.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if he picks up.
Okay. Well, this person doesn't have my number saved.
Okay.
I've never called this person before, so
Okay.
I'm kind of like, don't want to lose my record. Wait, go back. Okay.
0085.
Oh, yep.
Hello.
Oh my
Oh, he
gosh!
picked
First
up.
ring. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Who is this?
It's Natasha.
No.
Who is it? Who's it, Boys Club?
This is Rayhan, right?
It is Rayhan. Hello.
Oh, Daisy's saying you never pick up her calls.
Look. You tell Daisy to return my text messages because I'm a hermit.
Okay. She heard you, and she gave you the finger back. So there's some tension. You had a big
Rayhan.
day.
Yeah, Rayhan, tell us about what you're cooking over there.
So much cooking. I'm overheating in the kitchen. I very much feel like a nana or like an older family woman right now. I've been in the kitchen for weeks now. My
Slaving
feet hurt.
over a pot.
1950s housewife
My
vibes.
feet hurt. My husband's yelling at me.
Yeah, you're in heels for some reason.
Okay, specifically, we have Syndicate, and you guys just launched a token. It's a whole network. It's a whole thing. Do you want to give us the 15-second elevator pitch on it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So basically, at the top level, Syndicate's whole deal is smart sequencers. It's as easy to deploy as an NFT or smart contract, but it's for all your sequencing shit on chain. People used to have to do this off chain and it was annoying, and now all of it's on chain, and you can kind of do all sorts of stuff that you were not able to do from a permission standpoint, from a staking standpoint, all of that. Launched our staking chain today because we want to decentralize all the sequencing stuff too, so folks can stake against their favorite projects. As someone said on X, the Everything app, my accountant will love this. It just made me laugh. I don't know. It's not financial advice, but yes,
Okay.
that's the
Never
big
is.
TLDR of what we're doing.
Amazing. I love it. Where can people? Should they find you guys on X? Should they go to a website? Where should they go? Where should they ape in?
Hop on X. We're at Syndicate.io.
Great, Rayhan.
Rayhan, thanks for
Always a
picking
good
up.
time. Thanks for picking up. We'll talk later. Call Daisy. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, great. Do you need to charge your computer?
Yeah, I just need to get a little charge.
Wait, why don't you just take the? Why don't we just swap and you can sit here with this charger?
Oh, okay, great. I also, if we could maybe cut to a Kate cam soon.
Kate Cam?
Quick. Great.
Kate Cam's after.
I think our guys can schedule up for a sec. Yep, just quick.
Great. I'd love to blow my nose, so that would be really great.
So wait, we're throwing something up for a bit, and I can just quickly. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Hi, I'm Natasha. We're back? We're so back.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna bring up our next guest.
Oh, great.
Here,
Great.
Muneeb.
Oh, he's getting
Getting
mic'd.
mic'd.
Getting
Getting
mic'd.
mic'd.
Getting mic'd. I just want to say, as he comes into frame here, one thing that Kate reminded us of. Come on in.
Come on in.
We have been live streaming. We've been live streaming
We've been live streaming
for a while, for a long time.
for a very long time. And
We'll get a date. We're gonna pull a date.
What an honor it has been to continue to live stream for you. Muneeb, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Excited to chat.
Product at, tell me your title. Product at Coinbase.
Product at Coinbase.
Product
correct.
at Coinbase.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
How's it going?
Good, great. Wonderful day.
Great.
Excited to chat.
Great. Do you have the Coinbase card with you?
I do.
Okay, so I just a little context for, so happy to have you, but also part of why my motivation to get you here.
Yeah.
The Coinbase card.
Yes.
Coinbase One card, is it?
The Coinbase One card.
Coinbase One card.
Can you give us a little
He may
A
not
little,
know
a little display. a
the
little
reference? Do you
reveal.
know the reference?
He doesn't.
Oh, Kate Cam's coming in.
Just make sure you're not showing his number.
Oh,
that's fine.
right.
Should do this.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
Get a little like tap.
Nice.
You can zoom in on the one chip. You can zoom in the secret message over here. There's lots to zoom in on.
Nice.
There it is. Oh,
Beautiful.
Okay, so
You guys want to check it out?
yeah, I do. Thank you.
Coinbase One
Oh
card.
my gosh, it's nice.
Waitlist.
Waitlist.
I'm seemingly at the bottom of the waitlist.
Yes.
Dina has ulterior motive to inviting you here.
Everyone else has
It's a negotiation.
Exactly.
everyone else seemingly getting theirs, getting their invitation. Mine has not yet come.
Yes.
Presumably it's in the mail somewhere. I'm most excited about it because and by the way, this is not a chill or like this is genuinely like my excitement for it. I have some of my assets in Coinbase, and my understanding of how the Coinbase One Cards works is that there is rewards proportional to the assets that you have in your Coinbase account, and that the rewards from the card will go into your Coinbase account. A tidy little mechanism there for rewards if you have stuff in Coinbase already. So that's why I'm very excited about it. Is that how you designed it, envisioned it? Tell me about sort of the vision for it.
Yeah, that's a great articulation of it. So when we started designing this card, we basically wanted to offer the best credit card for people who want to hold more Bitcoin to passively accumulate more Bitcoin. This should be the easiest way. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to take your own risk. You just get Bitcoin rewards for free. And so we wanted to offer that. The incentive structure that we set up was basically hold more, earn more. So the more you hold on Coinbase, the higher your rewards rate on the Coinbase One card. The other important elements of this card are basically flat rewards across all spending categories. So you don't have to play these games of like, I'm going to use this for my groceries, this for my travel, etc. You can just use this as your top of wallet card, and just know that you're getting a great deal. And then the other piece is it comes with, and by the way, the Bitcoin rewards, they get deposited into your account as soon as you spend. So you don't have to wait for the monthly statement. A lot of people are really delighted by that push notification we sent where we say like, you spend this much at Whole Foods and this much Bitcoin rewards is on the way. So that's kind of a fun moment. So that's kind of the idea is we want to give crypto bulls and people who want access to crypto, maybe they're not fully crypto bulls yet, they're thinking about entering the space, but they're hesitant to, throw $1,000 or something against Bitcoin. We want to give them an easy way in and then give them an incentive structure that encourages them to hold more Bitcoin over time to unlock higher and higher rewards.
It's so cool. And how does the money of it work, or how does the fee schedule look?
Yeah, so the fee schedule, it's basically pretty much in line with most other premium cards, if not better. So the core sort of fee is associated with the Coinbase One subscription. So it's part of the Coinbase One subscription. If you have the Coinbase One subscription, it's free to you. If not, you can just get the
Are
Coinbase
you
One
a
subscription.
Coinbase One
I
subscriber?
am a Coinbase One.
When did that happen?
This happened this cycle when I was like, I refuse to go through another cycle and not make some money.
Okay.
So
Trading?
Trading. It was when I was in like a meme coin era.
Okay.
And I also was setting up some dollar cost averaging stuff with
Okay.
Bitcoin and Solana. And it's like a great program. So yeah, it was I think like $25 a month or something like that. And
So it's your Raya subscription and your Coinbase.
yeah, $50 a month already. I'm like, can I get Bitcoin rewards for my Raya subscription? But yeah, so I'm a Coinbase One participant.
You could get.
So I could get the
Bitcoin
card.
back. For your Raya
Okay,
subscription.
well I have to order the card.
That's awesome. And I have some good news too, Natasha. So now the Coinbase One subscription, it starts at $50 per year.
Oh
That's
my
like-
gosh, no-brainer.
And you can get that. You can get a card with that.
Okay,
So
nice.
If you compare it to like other credit cards out there that are premium that have this type of rewards rate,
Yeah.
this type of feature set, they start at like 100, 300, 700 plus.
Yeah, totally.
And so with $50, you get the credit card and you get all the other benefits that you like that help you
Yeah.
trade and stack more crypto. And yeah.
Cool. I feel like you guys are really aptly timed launching this card because there is a lot of chatter, frustration on the timeline about credit cards right now. It's like a whole, this should have actually been in my trend spotting. Like American Express Platinum just went from I think $750 to like $895 a year.
Oh my
And
goodness.
people are really upset about it.
Yes.
And then people who are big stands for it are saying like, here are all the benefits, like you actually get money back. And then, of course, Chase Sapphire also raised, like there's all these sort of like credit card wars, I feel like, and a lot of tension in major cities with lounges because the lounges are full, people are upset about it. So I feel like it's a great time to be launching a new credit card because I think people are sort of like looking for their next thing.
Yeah, and I think the kind of customer sentiment towards traditional credit card rewards points isn't new. Like this has been
Yeah.
building for like the last 10 years. And basically, you know, without naming any specific names, is a trend across the industry as a whole. What you find is you earn credit card points, you forget to use them. After a year, they get devalued, and now you know they change the redemption mechanism or the redemption
Totally,
rate.
yeah.
And all of a sudden, the amount you earned is worth less than you thought it was going to be. So that's basically exactly what we want to tackle with this product and give you an asset that is the best performing asset of the last decade that you fully control. You get it the moment you swipe. You don't have to redeem your points for Bitcoin, which you might forget to do, and then you know all that stuff. So yeah, that's basically the longer term need that we were speaking to, and you're right, it comes at an opportune moment.
Yeah.
Okay, and why now for Coinbase specifically? Like, my understanding, like watching your moves over the past couple of months at least, it's been a lot of positioning on the base side, certainly around like everything app, but also I think from Jesse talking about sort of Coinbase's ultimate goal to become like your bank, your primary financial institution, and this very much speaks to that goal as well. And so just like wondering A, if that checks out to you, and B, like why now for the card specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Like Coinbase basically came out of a wave of being a great place for you to invest in crypto, and now we want to be a great place for you to do your everyday finances, to be your primary financial account. The credit card is a key part of that,
Yeah.
and it basically pulls people in by offering them the number one thing that they currently want out of crypto, which is a great investment asset that they get exposure to. But what it does is it brings crypto into their everyday lives, because now you're going to be spending, and it's going to be more a part of your everyday life. It's only one piece of a whole suite of products that we're building around this. There's the USDC rewards that we offer. There's the USDC lend product, which we just launched, that allows you to earn a rewards rate on your cash holdings, basically. There's the borrow product that gives you access to instant loans at competitive APRs. And so when you put this suite together, we're really going after crypto bulls, people who are optimistic about crypto, who believe it's going to appreciate in value. And this suite of services really helps them like do their everyday banking in a way that they can't today.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any insights or behavior on customer spending or what people are doing with the card? Anything that has been surprising to you?
It's early. We've started ramping it out gradually, and we're scaling it up pretty fast. But I think the kind of big takeaways for me, one, people love the core value proposition, just like how seamless it is to onboard. We spent a lot of time on this, but when you put it out there, you don't really know how people are going to react, and like it's just been really, really encouraging to see that reaction. Second, so far we see people just using this as their main card. Like the types of merchants we're seeing, the frequency of transactions we're seeing indicate that this is basically the main card that our users are using. And then thirdly, it's early, but we see them engaging more with crypto, engaging more with Coinbase as they adopt this card, because they have an everyday reason to come back to the app. They have a good reason to hold assets on the app. So we're seeing all of those early encouraging signs.
Nice. Okay. I feel like your PR team has really prepped you. You're doing really
Tight.
good. I'm like
We have
tight
talking
points.
talking points
I'm
here.
sold. I'm like, where do I sign up for this? Okay. Any other like stories or insights that you have from like the creation of this card, like when you guys decided to do this as a product, like what was it like internally within? I mean, Coinbase is like such a huge organization, and yeah, this is a kind of novel product, and I'm curious like what that experience was sort of like getting it done internally.
Yeah, I mean, we've been thinking about this for a long time, and we talked a little bit about why we chose to pursue it now. I think the most some of the most fond memories I have from the process of launching this card are actually around designing the physical card itself.
Yeah.
Physical cards are such an iconic part of like how people view a credit card product. But when you go into it, the design space is wide open. You can do anything. You could do a blue card, a Coinbase blue card. There's like all of these different options. And ultimately, you want to narrow down from like this could be anything to something that is singular, iconic, that like speaks to your brand. And so we worked with our amazing creative design team. We went into the card factory in New Jersey, where they actually manufacture most of the cards that people in this room have in their wallet. We saw those cards getting manufactured, and we prototyped with them, and we created a bunch of stuff. And then ultimately, when we came up with the idea for this Genesis block, and we saw the prototype. I think we felt excited, and I think we felt a little scared because it is bold. We hadn't seen people put code on a credit card before.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it just felt right. It felt like this card's different. It's not ashamed of that fact. It's proud of that fact because we believe it's better. And it's unabashedly crypto. And so, we went with it. We haven't looked back, and we're glad our customers like it.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully, Dina and I will get ours soon.
I'll be following up with my information.
Yes, I'll DM you guys.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming in. Great to meet you.
Take care.
Okay, great. We are going to now go to, I believe, Kate Cam?
Oh, yes. One moment, be patient.
I might hit some of this caffeine gum too.
Nice.
Okay.
Mickey ad is up.
Okay.
I can ready to be my passport.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are still mic'd.
Oh, I'm chewing gum.
Here's my ball.
Here we are. What do we have here, Dina?
We have our beautiful BitKey here today. BitKey is a Bitcoin wallet. It is fingerprint activated and just designed beautifully.
Oh, wow. It looks great on the stream here.
It's stunning. It really is a stunning piece of hardware. The wonderful thing about the BitKey is that there are no more seed phrases. So if you've ever set up a wallet, you know the stress of writing down your seed phrase, managing your seed phrase. That's no longer the case. With BitKey, it is one wallet with three. There's a multi-sig setup where it's one wallet and it's 3 keys. And basically, how it works is that you need 2 of 3 keys in order to begin a transaction. Here are the 3 keys. One is the BitKey device. That's key 1. Key 2 is the app that's on your phone. Key 3 is encrypted on a server that can't be used without one of your other keys. So you need 2 of those in order to make the Bitcoin move. And the other thing about the BitKey is that it's great if you die, because there is recovery available on the BitKey device. And if you lose one key also, you can continue to use it as well. So we love BitKey.
We love BitKey. So right now, use code BoysClub20 and you will get it for $120. Oh my gosh, Vanna White would love it. Okay, great, thank you. My experience with BitKey, let me just say, is that I came to visit you in Nashville, and you have you have multiple children. Oh, okay, sure. You have multiple children.
Yes.
And one of your child is named Bruno, and he's a rough and tumble kind of guy.
Yes.
He's kind of rough, and he became. Oh, what?
Well, because the graphic is still up.
Oh, okay. He became obsessed with the BitKey, and refused to be without it.
Yes.
And
It was an accessory.
It was his accessory,
Yeah.
and he also had some like long clampers that he was picking the Bitkey up with, walking around. We were walking all over the neighborhood with the Bitkey intact, and let me tell you, that thing was getting beat up.
Yeah.
That
and,
was.
and it was fine.
It was fine, and I
totally
was
fine.
like, this should be the ad because this thing is indestructible, and if Bruno can manhandle it,
Yes.
anybody can.
Yes. Amen.
So that's our Bitkey bit.
That's the key bit.
Okay. Great, Kate Cam, thank you for your nails. And okay, our next guest, is our next guest Mike? Oh, hey, how's it going? Okay, he's coming up here. Great to see you.
What's up?
Thanks for coming in.
I love a key that you still have if you die. Exactly. That's such a big benefit.
Huge
Nice to
benefit,
see you too.
big unlock. Okay, this is Robinson Burkey. I know you as Robbie, and I don't know if like you still go by that.
So it started to happen where the natural transition, especially within the team at Wormhole, it's Robbie's happening more and more. But
happening.
It's still, but yeah, most people know me Robinson. Besides those who know me for a while.
We went to high school together. That's the lore. So,
It
which is
some lore.
shocking.
You're a Boys Club Nepo baby.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so you're the co-founder
Exactly.
of the Wormhole Foundation.
Yes.
What is
yes.
Wormhole?
Wormhole is a very unsexy technology. It essentially connects all of the blockchains together. So we use this word that, again, is unsexy, called interoperability. All that means is just two systems that don't work together, we link them. So a good example is hospital data, right? Like if we go to the hospital in the US, you go to one hospital, your data's there, you go to another hospital, your data's there, and then they can't work together. Same with a bank. If you have Chase, you have Bank of America, you need a way to like wire the money to each other. Wormhole, we say it's like the Swift of crypto, but it's like the wire transfer of crypto. That's like the Thanksgiving table
Nice.
type analogy. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a ton of sense. And you guys have been at it for a while. Like you
October's 5 years.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And do you have specific blockchains that you guys where are you focused?
Our goal is to connect all of them.
Okay.
But if there's one chart that's gone up and to the right in crypto since the beginning, it's the number of blockchains. There's more and more and more, so it's hard to keep up. Like Stripe launches
That's
Tempo.
good for you, though.
Great for our business. I don't know if it's it's hard for users, but our goal is to make that easier.
Yeah.
So we try to connect as many as possible. We got our start connecting Ethereum and Solana though.
Okay.
At the time when we started Wormhole, it was not like multi-chain or multiple blockchains was a school of thought. You would in some circles you'd be laughed out of the room if you said everything wasn't going to be on Ethereum. The next school of thought was everything's going to be on these L2s that'll be on Ethereum.
Yeah.
And then now we live in this world, and we have for a while, where like Ethereum L2s exist, but there's all of these other blockchains. I mean, Stripe just launched one,
Yeah.
Circle, Robinhood, and so on. So we try to connect them all.
Okay.
But we got our start with Solana Ethereum.
Okay, cool. And in my mind, you are a Solana bro.
Yeah, to other chains that ultimately are our customers, we're very
He
chain
loves all of
agnostic.
them.
Yes.
We love all of them.
You love a multi-chain world.
We got our start in Solana, so we can't. I
Yes.
can't ignore that part of me.
Totally.
So yes, very much so. Solana Soul Bowl, they used to say back in the day. I don't know
Okay.
if that's a thing anymore, but
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And I was hoping you could give us a little bit of a state of the union on what's going on with Solana.
Absolutely.
I think I just bought the all-time high. It's all-time high recently, right?
250
Yeah,
something?
It was
Yeah.
260. I think it was in the 260s. Was the
Nice.
all-time high tick.
I am just
Yeah.
exit liquidity for things like this.
Well, I feel blessed and grateful because this is the first time in my life that I didn't buy the high on something.
Yeah.
And I
You
told
didn't top
you.
ticket?
I didn't, which was so exciting. And I was like, you should buy some. And you were kind of like, And then to be right felt really good.
I love that for you. You needed a win there.
I really did. Yeah, really did.
Well, some people say that Solana's still a buy because it's just as good as Ethereum on a lot of perspectives, and market cap of Ethereum's here, Solana's here.
Yep.
So look at all that.
We got room.
We got a lot of price to go.
Okay,
I really hope so.
I really want to get into this because as I was DYORing around Solana, there was a lot of talk around, and maybe this is too in the weeds, but a lot of talk around like inflation and that the market cap relative to its current price is like, there's been a lot of token unlocks, and that like signals a lot of like bad inflation basically around the token. And True, false, FUD, real?
I think the simple answer, like a lot of times things are sensationalized a little bit. I think the probably in-between answer is that if you stake your Solana or your Sol, you account for inflation and some, and most staking protocols on Solana will also give you like other rewards, like MEV rewards, things like that. So ultimately, if you stake your Sol, which everyone should do.
I just did this.
Where?
You could stake your Sol with Jito. Jito's like one of the, Jito I would think about if you know Lido on Ethereum.
Yeah.
Jito's Lido and some.
Okay.
Okay.
And they're a really great team, good friends of ours. We work with them. I think you can stake it with Helios. Shout out Mert. Mert works on the Helios team.
Okay.
I founded the Helios team. Those are the two that come to mind, but there's plenty more.
Okay.
And I feel bad for not calling them all out.
No
but
worries.
Marinade's another big one. OG.
Okay.
But any of those three platforms, and they make it so easy to. I think you can even maybe do it through Coinbase. I don't know. We should ask Muneeb.
I
can.
just did it through Phantom.
Yeah.
Through with
that's
my
another
wallet,
one. Yeah.
and it was so easy. I was scared. I was like, this happened
That's
really
it?
fast.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
so you account for like the inflation or if you just hold it, you're essentially getting diluted, is what people are saying
Yeah.
over time.
Okay.
If you just stake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
so
good.
what's occurring in Solana right now? Like it seemed like there was some like team turnover that's been happening. It seems like, but the price is in a healthy place. So I'd arguably, I don't know, relative market cap. Like what's going on over there?
I would say that maybe just comparing to Ethereum. So Ethereum, I think, has a majority of like liquidity in TVL, but Solana has the users. So we could have a whole conversation like what's more valuable.
Yeah.
I'd probably argue at this stage in crypto, users.
Are they users or are they traders?
Well, probably
One and the
most
same.
are traders, most are speculators. I think what Solana does well though, and actually I believe I hold, is that one of the things that crypto is really good for is upgrading the financial system. I think social and all this other stuff kind of comes after that. And Solana's entirely leaned in on, we're just going to be really good at DeFi. And then once you're good at DeFi, you can do other things like streamer coins. I think are interesting. It's like,
Yeah.
it's this whole, it's almost like, what's that? I can't believe I'm forgetting this. OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's like that in a way where you can
Yeah.
stream, but your users
Really
can-
strategic to be like, I can't even remember.
It's like, but to answer your question, so Ethereum has a lot of the liquidity. Solana's the users. Ethereum has, I don't know, like 9 million monthly active users. Solana's like 40.
Wow.
Yes, to your point, they may be traders, but I'd say like that's the majority of users in crypto
Yeah.
in general.
Totally. I was kind of just having a little dig.
And then the other thing I would say is that a lot of people, to your point about like people leaving and whatnot, I think that's good for Solana. Like Solana as a blockchain has become, obviously they're continuously updating things,
Yeah.
but the people that have actually left have gone to build things that are adjacent or either on top of Solana. A good friend of mine, Anna, is building a stablecoin protocol on Solana.
Oh, cool.
Austin Videra is building 00, which it technically helps other blockchains, but they're focused on helping Solana. So a lot of those exits are, it's like, okay, this is in a really good place. There's still a big team behind it, but now we're going to go build stuff that adds the next layer of value.
Okay.
That's how I would view that.
Okay, and what's the stablecoin game on Solana?
Yeah, so Solana, I mean, it's still, again, Ethereum has the liquidity, but Solana has the transactions. So Solana still has like the majority of the users, the transactions. It has, I think it has almost every stablecoin. I mean, there's so many, I can't keep
Yeah.
track. But you have almost feature parity in any meaningful stablecoin that any of us would probably hold, right? Like your USDC, USDT, there's now other ones coming out like AUSD, PYUSD, all of those exist on Solana as well. We work a lot specifically with the institutions. So you think like BlackRock and all these big names, also all on Solana. So
Okay.
you have a lot of this like parity between Ethereum and Solana, and again, that liquidity is really hard to beat because it's like this network effect if it gets more liquidity. But on every other metric, I feel like Solana is at parity or starting to beat,
Okay.
which is obviously exciting for me as a Sol bull.
Yeah, totally. Do you, like, what do you think it's going to take for the price to go up? Like wow, when?
How does price
When?
go up? Yeah.
But like, I mean,
I think there's a few catalysts.
Okay,
I think
let's hear
there's a few catalysts. Number one, I do think this, it's been called a number of things, creator coins, et cetera. I think in Solana land, they're calling it like entertainment finance. Entertainment finance, I actually can't take credit for this. Investor of ours and good friend Quasimatt, he calls entertainment finance, like Jim Cramer That's like entertainment finance 1.0.
Okay.
And now you have like entertainment finance 2.0, which is like maybe a good example of that. It could be this.
Is this
It could
show?
be-
I was
it could-
gonna say,
It could be this.
yeah,
Are we launching a coin today?
Entertainment finance?
Or Thread Guy or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of that is happening on Solana, obviously with Pump Fund. So there's like highly used apps. The other thing that I think is really interesting, and Ethereum does have this too, so I think it will be good price appreciation for both.
Okay.
Is the whole DApp meta, these digital asset treasuries.
Yeah.
So Solana has launched in the past 3 weeks, quite literally, I think, public companies that hold somewhere between $2 and $3 billion of SOL.
Wow. Okay.
And what's different, I think a little bit different, is that the idea is that these companies can keep buying back, and the price goes up. It's a lot of financial engineering. But what Solana, or what some of these dApps are going to do, is start deploying that capital back into Solana.
Okay.
Which I think is a little bit of a difference than what the Ethereum dApps
Yeah.
are doing, Tom Lee and all of that.
Yeah.
And to me, that's exciting. To me,
Yeah.
like more liquidity, more usage, more things happening on chain. That's downstream, hopefully, is price appreciation. But those are two big catalysts. I think if we continue to see entertainment finance do well, the dApps just continue to grow, then those are going to be really good for Solana.
Okay.
Nice.
Really good.
Should we be streaming on Pump.fun?
That's what people have told us.
I mean, yes.
Well, yes,
here's
and?
the
Yes.
thing is- I think what's interesting is that, and I, for what it's worth, we're a little bit like deep, like my world and Wormhole's very much a little bit more technical and deeper.
Totally.
So I don't actually always, I'm not always a first adopter, even though I try
Yeah.
to be. But one of the things that's interesting to me is, and this is like the optimistic way to look at it, like a lot of people just get rugged, but if we were to look at the future, extrapolate a little bit, people that are listening, let's say we launch a token for today's session, they can also make money, right? Where
Yeah.
it's a little bit, it's not zero sum in the sense if we talk about OnlyFans, like I guess you're getting value out of it, but like you're just getting money and then getting, let's say, some type of entertainment. Here you're getting entertainment, and maybe you could make money if you think the stream's gonna do well or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting, I think, difference. However, on the road to that vision, many people will not do well.
There will be many
Perish.
soldiers that fall.
Dead bodies as far as the eye can see.
Yes. So yeah, I have to caveat, but like if we had you guys had Coinbase up here, I'm sure the base vision would be, which I do agree in the distance, but I think it's important to say what will happen in the middle is that it's going to be better for everyone,
Yeah.
but for the creator, but a
Yeah,
lot of people
we've
do
got
that.
we've got a journey to get there.
Exactly.
Okay, we want to pull up a tweet of yours and have you have you explain what's going on here. Okay, so it begins. Dats eating dats, and then there's you did some cute work with some.
Little Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, little Pac-Man
Pac-Man. And you're
work.
quote tweeting someone who's talking about Strive assets, some sort of purchase of Bitcoin. Yeah, it seems like a very convoluted thing here, but the premise being DATs eating DATs. Say more.
Yeah, so DATs are digital asset treasury companies. We all know MicroStrategy. We're all
Yep.
familiar with Saylor. He is, maybe you could say, he's probably like the biggest Bitcoin icon right now, but also like the godfather of DATs. Since he did that, I think other tokens have realized, oh my gosh, we could do the same strategy, which is you effectively find a public company that's more or less not doing super well, but guess what? The value they provide is they're listed on an exchange where all of different funds, et cetera, regular people have access to invest in. Like it's a stock that all these people can invest in.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, that's obviously bullish for the underlying. The underlying meaning whatever token they're holding. And so what we've seen, it's like a DAT craze, if you will. We always see this stuff like ICOs, NFTs. I think DAT craze is like, the industry's getting bigger, so it's kind of one corner. But we're seeing Ethereum now. We're seeing Solana. I've seen some smaller caps, Injective, and some of these other tokens. But Bitcoin, so we have MicroStrategy. Other Bitcoin ones have launched. A lot of people might not know that. They might know it. And what happens is not all of them can do well. So not all of them the price continue to appreciate because you have to convince people one way or another that this thing deserves to continue to go up. And so what people have been thinking about is that all of these different DAT companies are launching. Their sole purpose is to acquire a bunch of Bitcoin. But which one, if you're going to invest in the biggest one because that has the most chance of going up. So now what we're starting to see, and people have started talking about this for a while, is DAT companies acquiring other ones. So MicroStrategy could essentially go to one of these Bitcoin companies that are doing bad and say, I'm just going to buy all your Bitcoin.
I get the Pac-Man
Thank
reference
you.
now.
And so now we're starting to see, like, that was the first, those are two Bitcoin DAC companies, I believe, and they're one is acquiring the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would go on a limb and say, like, I could see MicroStrategy in the next quarter or 2 quarters making an acquisition, doing something similar. And we'll see the same thing with Solana DATs. We'll see the same thing with Ethereum DATs. It's really, I think, like a winner-take-all type game because their sole value is to just hold a bunch of this token. There's no IP, no team, none of these other things. So that's the DAT, DATs.
Man, we need a drinking game every time someone says DAT.
It's a fun one to say. DAT.
Do you have any opinion on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for the industry as a whole?
I think it's a bit of a bubble moment. I think some investors will get rinsed, like in any bubble. But I think any more exposure to being able to buy these assets and drive attention towards the underlying technology that is blockchain, I think is net good.
Yeah.
So being able to be listed in the stock market you can't understate like how many additional people are going to can pay attention and now invest. Like anyone can go on Charles Schwab and buy Ford, which is the Solana DAT, as an example, the biggest one.
Okay.
And you should I believe, be able to do the same thing with MicroStrategy. So I think it's net positive for the industry. I think some investors, et cetera, will get a little bit rinsed in the process of these smaller ones dying.
Okay, that makes sense.
Why do they name it Forward?
Good question.
Like, it seems like it's a...
So from my understanding is the way a lot of the process works is you'll work with a bank, and that bank will have like a list of public companies that essentially like they call them shells quite literally, but they essentially are willing to become digital asset treasury companies, but they already have a ticker and have gone through all the compliance process of being listed.
I see.
So that was the ticker prior. So they're
For some
adopting.
other,
They're adopting. So now it's Forward. That's the same with MicroStrategy. It's quite random why it's called MicroStrategy in a way. I think there are ways to change it. You have to go through certain regulatory hoops, but yeah.
I see.
Whenever I think of Michael Saylor, you ruined me on this. I think of the Tuscan kitchen. Have you? Okay.
This probably doesn't.
No, I know what you're talking about. Sometimes he's like at the table and it's like,
and it's like a kitchen of like it's the same vibe as like, it was so aesthetic, honestly, like when we were in high school, like these kitchens that were like faux Tuscany.
Yes. I know exactly the background you're talking about.
So that's all I think when I think
have
of
to imagine that's like non-faux Tuscany, but
wait, one would hope.
One would hope. One would hope. He could be in Texas and have a Tuscany.
Okay, any other like hot takes or things that you're thinking about across the industry? It doesn't have to be in Solana, but things that you're seeing or.
Maybe I'll just because I'm bull posting Solana here, I'll give something I think that they definitely have to focus on. So Solana has done a really good job of saying we're internet capital markets. We do one thing well: assets, DeFi. Not as much like think base, like creators, SocialFi, et cetera. So they should get as much of that as possible. But what we're seeing is a lot of like the perp dexes, et cetera, like Hyperliquid's not on Solana, right? And Hyperliquid's very popular. Another app that's coming up behind Hyperliquid is Lighter, which is the same kind of perp dex. Really, it's largely gambling in lots of ways, depending on the leverage. And that isn't happening as much on Solana. I think there are a few really good teams that are coming up that I think will take some of that volume, like Drift is a really good one. Cindy, Dave, they're good friends of mine. And I think that one was just announced today, but I think that is something that Solana needs to focus on. Obviously Pump is huge and they have a lot of success there, but they're losing a little bit of like the financialization, the speculators to these upcoming perp dexes. And so I think that's definitely something that I know they're focused on. I think we'll be fine, but Ethereum, I guess if you count Hyperliquid as Ethereum, doing well. Doing well in that regard. But beyond that, DApps.
Are you?
I
just wanted to say
take a shot.
One more time. Okay, last question. Are you into polymarket betting at all?
I'm getting more into it. So
okay, many such cases.
I try to use as much on chain as possible. Lately, I've been into. We all talk about like RWAs, like institutions. But like I've gone the length of, I actually have a long tweet thread of how do I use this RWA in DeFi? Like, okay, I have a money market fund, I hold BUIDL from BlackRock, but I want to go borrow it against it. It's like very hard to do. So anyway, what I'm saying is I try like certain things over periods of time. Right now I am in perp dexes. I've been playing with lighter, hyperliquid, all that stuff. Poly market, I've placed a few bets.
Okay.
I've placed a few bets.
Have you made any money?
No.
No.
I have not. I have not. It was actually, what bet did I make? I think it was around the election. I don't remember what it was, but it was the election. What I will say, poly market, I'm very surprised about. There was a huge group of investors and people that thought once the election was over, the product would die.
Yeah, totally.
And what was so cool to see is they proved them so wrong.
Totally, yeah.
It's like more and more people, especially like younger people, love to use it.
Yeah, I saw a friend the other day, and he was like, who was really into sports betting, and he's like, now, he was like, I'm getting into prediction markets, and he's like, not really into crypto, so we were talking about it, and he was like, it's such a fun way to just lose money so fast.
Literally.
Yeah, it's like now you can call your friends out, they like say something, and then if it would be cool if you could do like in an iMessage or something, and, like have stable coins, we'll eventually get there, but like be able to have like a, actualize the bets,
Totally, yeah. Robbie, thank you so much for coming on. I've learned a lot. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me,
So
guys.
fun to have you.
Okay, see you
soon.
later.
See you soon.
Okay.
I'm just looking at my poly market history here.
Any wins?
2 losses. Will was the ones he wore a suit before July. I got in on the suit, the big suit market.
You did?
I was going in. I lost that. And then I just lost the Fed interest rate.
Oh, you did,
market.
yeah. You were live texting that one.
I thought I had a
You
winner
thought
in my hand.
you thought
I
you
thought
had a
it was
winner on
gonna
her
be
hand.
up bigly. I was like, already spent the money that I had won for that one. Ran 2
Oh my
losses.
gosh, that's funny. Okay, should we do one more phone a friend?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I have someone.
Okay, I had someone too.
Oh, who?
Well, I don't want to say because
Okay.
if they don't answer.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see if this person's going to answer.
Oh, here's a good one. Will Costco wholesale beat its quarterly EPS estimate? Costco earnings. Oh, Costco earnings tomorrow morning. And
Hey.
Hey, Xerox designer.
oh, Xerox, that was a.
Are you okay? You just sound bad.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Live stream.
You're on the live stream. You're on a phone a friend.
Oh wow. Okay.
What do you have to say for yourself?
What do I have to say for myself?
I can ask you some questions.
Oh, can I have more context? What's happening?
We're phoning friends along the way in between interviews. We're just saying hi to friends and we're asking them questions about themselves and the industry that they work in. And
Who's in the hot seat right now? Is it just you and Dina?
it's just me and Dina
Yeah,
right now.
we're taking a little break.
We
Taking
just
a little
had
breather.
Robbie Burkey from Wormhole. He just left.
Yeah.
And we got Carra Wu coming up next. So we got some fun stuff.
Great.
Where are you at? What are you doing?
Just plugging away at my computer
Vibe coding.
in the metaverse.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 questions. You get to answer one of them, okay?
I can't believe I answered this call.
Okay. Give us one piece of tea. Give us a cryptocurrency that starts with D. And tell us what year Ethereum started. Or.
This is insane.
Those are easy.
Really easy.
Those are
This
really
is-
easy.
This is a softball.
Softball.
Honestly.
How many people have tuned in right now?
I don't know. A few thousand people.
Oh, amazing. Okay, tell everyone I say hi. What's the first question?
Give us a piece of tea.
Piece of tea.
Uh-huh.
Like crypto tea?
Sure.
We're gonna hang up soon.
Yeah.
If this keeps going the way it's going, I think we might abort this phone a
I
friend.
will say this is I said this the other day, but I said Xerox designer was like, I don't think people should be anonymous. I have a belief around that. And this person, Xerox designer, was like, I feel like if someone gave you $5,000, you would dox me. And I said, if someone bought me dinner, I would dox you. So just so everybody knows. Thanks for answering. I hope you're well.
This is great. Okay, thank you for letting me off the hook.
Bye.
Okay, wait. So will Costco wholesale beat its quarterly EPS estimate? People are betting yes, it will. So if I were to bet no with my, okay, let's see. What do you guys think we should bet here?
Yeah, I don't know what the bet is either. What's
Will
that?
Costco beat its earnings report tomorrow.
Okay.
Will it beat earnings?
Will beat earnings.
The report comes out tomorrow.
Yes.
People 75% chance yes.
Okay.
So if you want to take the no wager,
I think it will though.
I think it will too.
It will.
I know. So, but I might just do it just for a jolly.
Okay, our next guest is here. Come on up. How's it going? So good to see you. Are you gonna hold it? There we go. Hi.
Should I bring my computer or no?
Bring your computer.
Great.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Of
So fun to see you.
course. This is so
Come on in.
exciting.
You can sit on the couch there,
Nice to
Dina.
see you.
I like this Zin. Are we sponsored?
Oh, I
Hopefully.
wish. Oh my God. You're welcome to it if you want one.
Without a call. I also like that this is like an ankle monitor, except for our necklaces. Giving Anna Delvey.
I love the blonde.
Thank you.
I haven't seen you since you've done it, and it's great.
It's very defamiliarizing. I don't recognize myself when I look in the mirror.
I'm
I
sure.
feel like a dog, actually. You know?
You're shocked. You're shocked every time.
Yeah, every time. Every time.
Okay, so Carra Wu, partner at A16Z Crypto. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like anytime I talk to you, I learn something profoundly, like learn something really new and feel smarter. And so very excited to have you on today. We have many things we could talk about. I think the thing that I want to hear from you, and your Instagram following said that they wanted to hear,
Yes.
was talking about the end of the open internet.
Okay, so this is a topic. Where am I supposed to be looking?
Oh, you can look at us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a topic that I care a lot about and have spent a lot of time writing about over the last couple of years. And it originated from this question that people ask me, which is like, do AI agents have product market fit today? The answer is resoundingly yes, but not for the reasons people typically think. The AI agent that has the best product market fit today is the web crawler. By some estimates, like half of internet traffic is actually like AI agents and AI bots.
Wow.
And that number has risen precipitously over the last couple of quarters. That number is increasing while human visitors to sites are also falling. So the original economic covenant of the internet used to be that like most sites found it to be like in their best interests to not paywall their sites, to allow crawlers like search indexes, like Google, like the Bing bot, to index their sites in exchange for distribution. And the hope was that they would drive human traffic back to those sites, and that was their way of getting discovered. Today, as a result of LLM summaries and Google's like AI overview, these sites are now getting crawled like orders of magnitude more. I think just the introduction of Google's AI summaries in November of last year resulted in 35% more AI crawls.
Wow.
And it takes now 25% more crawls to get a single human visitor back to this
Wow.
site.
Okay.
So this like original covenant of the internet, which
Yeah.
is like make your shit free, information wants to be free,
Yeah.
let other people index your stuff, like open internet,
Yeah.
is falling apart.
Yeah.
In July of last year, only 9% of the top 10,000 websites blocked crawlers, period. Today, that number is almost 40%.
Wow.
So it's like if you've ever gotten a really bad search result when you're like talking with Chatty and you're like, what's a great restaurant for me to go to? Like it sucks at that kind of shit.
Yeah, totally.
Why? It's because it cannot access 40% of the best stuff on the internet.
Okay.
Because they blocked the crawlers?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is happening at the CDN level. Why do content producers do this? It's because they have to pay to serve the CDN resources for all of these non-human visitors. And generally speaking, those non-human visitors are not driving money back to them.
Especially now, increasingly so, yeah.
Yes, increasingly so. And so this has become a really big problem at inference time. So like specifically, like leaving aside training, at inference time, or like whenever an agent is like using RAG, retrieval augmented generation, it's trying to search across the internet and like scrape. Like anytime you are asking an agent to like find real-time information, it's crawling the internet. It's like engaging in this like scraping behavior and surfacing it to you and not paying that content producer in return. So
Okay.
this has resulted in this like total gridlock where now like all of the best websites are blocking crawlers at the CDN level because it used to be governed by this like arbitrary document called robots.txt that has no like legal jurisdiction or enforceability.
Okay.
Now, because of that document having no enforceability, they're just blocking it at the Cloudflare level.
Okay.
So Cloudflare makes it so easy for people to just block it. And this is resulting in a loop where we all get terrible results when we want real-time information
Yeah.
from agents. And at the same time, there's no way for, like, Barry Diller was on Invest Like the Best the other day, and he was like, any business that relies on Google for distribution is dead.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like, this is the end of the open internet.
Yeah.
Instead, what you have is like media companies that don't have other business models. They're like getting paywalled, right?
Yeah.
Like we are entering a world where for the last 25 years, it was like free reign on the internet every day. Everything is free, everything is available. And today, like the best case outcome for most content producers is to cater to the 1,000 aging subscribers that still care about the print edition of the New York Times. Or, you know, a million different Substacks where information is like siloed into these pockets for $10 a month.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was coming up and learning to code, the way that I did it was because everything was free. And today, like you have to have, I don't know, like $100 a month worth of subscriptions in order to learn the same shit that you could have learned 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's really sad. So this is a problem that I have spent a lot of time thinking about and that I think there are a couple of different solutions that I'm optimistic about, some of which involve crypto and some of which don't. So like one great example is Coinbase recently had this protocol release called X402.
Okay.
And I think they might be doing something with Cloudflare. I don't know if that's true. There's like a rumor on the street that X402 and Cloudflare are going to do something. Cloudflare actually allows you to give money to your crawlers now.
Okay.
So that they can like pay a toll on the way in as they're like scraping for data.
Okay.
The one thing that that doesn't allow you to do though is like correlate the value of the data that your crawlers are getting and how it affects model output, right? So like in an ideal universe, you would have an end-to-end like verticalized system where you can construct approximate Shapley values for, Shapley is like, it's like an algorithm that allows you to try to determine what effect any input had on a model's output.
Okay.
So like a piece of content, an article, like what did this piece of data, what effect did this piece of data have on the model's output? So in a perfect world, you would be able to go to a, you know, AI agent and be able to construct Shapley values for all the pieces of content on the internet, every article that a journalist wrote, like pitch book data and, you know, like other like vertical specific media company data, and be able to say like, oh, this one piece of pitch book data resulted in this $1 million trade.
Okay.
Right? And be able to like pay that content producer back because you were able to like end to end, like capture the flow of money such that that information resulted in a decision point. So like that's the dream, right? Is like you would be able to track the flow of information all the way into like decision points that result in exchange of money.
And when you say you're talking about a crawler. A crawler being able to go like basically freely through the internet from one point to the other and provide you the information about all the things that does exist on the internet but has been blocked in these various points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like when crawlers go around today, they can't access, they're like walking around blind and they can't
Yeah.
access 40% of the internet. But then imagine if you were an enterprise AI company, like a Hebbia or a Harvey, and you were trying to make some sort of like financial decision based off of PitchBook data or off of Crunchbase data, right? Like you would certainly pay more for the complete internet's worth of data, right? So there's some options. Ooh, there's some protocols like X402 which allow you to just like blanket pay like a little toll for capturing data, but you still don't know what that was worth to somebody.
Right.
Right, because you're capturing at scrape time as opposed to at the point of decision.
Yeah.
Or like at the point where that piece of information results in some sort of business outcome.
Okay.
Can I ask a super question?
Yeah.
Because so what I'm hearing, I'm understanding roughly like this relationship between some sort of output and it being measured and that having some impact on how and who is scraping the data. I think that makes sense from an enterprise perspective because you're like there is a financial endpoint to what they're scraping and the action that they're then taking.
Yeah.
But like, what about just a consumer who is, or just a person, a user who's on and who's searching and who's looking for something that doesn't have a financial endpoint, like they're just like searching for content.
Yeah, so like I think the best way to do this is actually, I could be wrong about this, but I think the best way to do this is actually just to take like the amount of compute somebody's willing to throw at a question and use that as a proxy for like, and use that plus the percent lift that piece of content gave to that model output as the best way to construct it. So say, for example, millions of people are searching for, I don't know, what's something that we want?
Best minestrone soup recipe.
Yes, best minestrone soup recipe, right? Let's say millions of people are throwing like tons of compute at this question. And, you know, people are paying for their compute in tokens, you know, $10, $20, $30 worth of compute at this problem. And then you can just take that compute as a proxy for like how important that piece of content was.
Okay, interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are like, I think there are people who are trying to do this, but like it really requires this like fully vertically integrated approach to like being able to capture this like data around.
Because when you're saying that, you're saying vertically integrated, you're saying all of these different websites with all of these different hubs of information, something needs to connect, something needs to be able to go through all those points.
The same person who is serving the user the answers, so like whether it's Gemini or ChatGPT or whoever, needs to capture data about like what that was worth to somebody in order to calculate how much a content producer should have been owed.
Yeah.
And I think the challenge around like these content licensing deals with like OpenAI announced big content licensing deals with major newspapers, same with Anthropic, is like we're ending up in these like siloed information ecosystems where like Anthropic exclusively has access to Wall Street Journal data, right? And ChatGPT exclusively has access to, I don't know, Financial Times or Washington Post, right? And so you get these like siloed information ecosystems, but it also doesn't serve those like content providers' needs. What they want is guaranteed minimums, variable upside, and distribution.
Yeah.
They're not getting distribution. These are like big headline number deals, but generally speaking, the amount of money that's actually being changed hands is very, very little.
Yeah.
And there's no variable upside.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it little, that money that's exchanging hands?
So a lot of these deals are done in terms of tokens. So it's like if the New York Times actually wanted to make its own LLM interface so that you could interact with the New York Times archives, like OpenAI would give them X number of free tokens, and they price that into the deal.
It's in kind.
It's in kind.
Okay.
Right.
I
But
get
like
it.
the New York Times hasn't done that, and that's not worth real money to them.
Okay.
Right. So like in general, the deals are these like bilateral data purchase deals are like, you know, come with a ton of strings attached, mean they can't ever sue, and they don't have variable upside, which produces no strong incentive for their reporters to produce great work.
Right.
There are these just like omnibus deals where there isn't a parabolic outcome for a parabolically great article.
Yeah.
Right, like the breaking news, exclusive, whatever. There's no way to compensate them for that in a way that is incentive aligned.
Yeah.
And unless you have this like traceability where the person who is serving the model output like can say in terms of GPU hours or in terms of tokens, this is what this problem or this article was worth to me or to all of my users. Like we will never get to a point where there's like a fair way to pay media companies.
Okay. So in your perfect world, there is something that's able to measure that compute for how much activity is happening on any sort of piece of information that may live on the internet. Am I tracking?
Yeah.
Okay.
The simplest way to think about this might be like how Spotify takes the subscription revenue it gets, and then some portion of that subscription revenue is set aside into a royalty pool. And those royalties are paid out pro rata to the highest streamed songs.
Yeah.
Right. That's like the simplest and best way to think about what should happen here too, which is like you take X% of compute costs, say you're OpenAI, say you're Anthropic, you take X% of your compute and you allocate it pro rata to the best content sources.
Okay.
That were retrieved at inference time.
Okay, interesting. And the reason, so like there's a few different parties who should care about this.
Yeah.
There's content creators like or writers, journalists,
Yeah.
people who are creating on the internet in any capacity, who in a future where some of these things aren't solved for, there's no fair monetization for good quality work.
Yeah.
Is that an accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're either going to have to choose between the trade-off of discoverability, which is like allowing people to scrape them, or getting paid,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's the trade-off
Yeah.
that we are encountering, which is like if you are a Substack owner and you have the greatest piece ever, like remember Eugene Wei's status as a service that everyone constantly references. He has the choice between either making money off of that piece or making it free,
Yeah.
discoverable,
Yeah.
right? And like generally speaking, what Substack authors do is they make their best stuff free to lure people in, and then they paywall all the stuff that is like, you know, run-of-the-mill, lower quality. That's also not great for consumers,
Yeah.
right? So like what you want is to be able to make the most money off of your best stuff, and also for it to be discoverable.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Okay. That makes sense. And then the other party that should care about this is the consumer, who is engaging in content and either needing to pay for it, needing to pay for great content, which I'm curious what you think. Do you think average people are willing to pay for good content?
So this is why I was like starting with enterprises is probably easier, because the enterprise willingness to pay, and specifically to pay for great data, is like nearly infinite. Like they're not price sensitive. If you're a trading firm, like I work for a venture capital firm, like we pay for lots of data. People are already used to paying for PitchBook data, for Crunchbase data, for Masari reports, right? Like enterprises like us, like paying 2% more for the best data is like a
No-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a question. And so I think like getting to this point of like, can consumers get away from this like need for everything to be free? I'm not ready to answer that question.
Yeah.
Right? But like for enterprises, that's certainly something that they're willing to pay for.
Yeah.
And it could be, you know, the case that all of, you know, consumer use of LLMs gets subsidized through commerce, right? Like, I don't know if you guys saw, Sam Altman recently posted a screenshot of his like beta version of OpenAI.
Oh, okay.
ChatGPT,
I didn't see this.
And there was a little thing on the side that said orders. So they're like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're like very clearly going for the commerce angle.
Okay.
And I would assume it's something like, you know, your OpenAI deep research agent will, you know, have some sort of MCP call into Amazon, such
Yeah.
that you can like place an order through your, you know, deep research agent or whatever.
Okay.
But it's very possible that like the new form of advertising is actually just like affiliate, like commerce
Yeah.
linking, where, you know, instead of having a free tier of OpenAI, you would have a tier that is subsidized by like affiliate linking or advertising.
Heinz is sponsoring the Mediterranean soup search query that I just had,
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, right. That's super possible. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's super likely that OpenAI becomes a commerce company and that Anthropic becomes a developer company.
Okay.
Right.
Do you have any feelings on a world where that becomes a reality?
I do think it's interesting because, like, it does disrupt the influencer thing a little
Yeah.
bit, right? Where like there are whole like $100 million plus businesses like ShopMy built off of this idea that like influencers are your best promoters and
Yeah.
your best distributors. Who's the greatest influencer ever? It's like your best friend in your pocket who knows you like the back of your hand, who
Yeah.
has years and years and years of recorded conversations with you, who never sleeps, and who can search the entire internet in like 100 milliseconds. Right? Like the best influencer ever is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Probably. So like I could very easily see, like instead of ShopMy connecting human influencers with consumers, it's like ShopMy connecting all of these AI influencers with companies
Yeah.
that want them to like, you know, start to convince people about
Yeah.
the quality of their products.
Wow, interesting. Do you use ChatGPT for recommendations right now? Like the problem that you articulated at the beginning of like best minestrone soup or like best bakery in Williamsburg, what comes up is like bakeries that I'm like, I've never eaten here. Like this is so weird. And I'm curious if that's not my experience of when I use ChatGPT for recommendations, for travel recommendations. And I'm curious if
I definitely don't use it for travel recommendations. So the way that like ChatGPT and Gemini and all these LLMs do searches is they will cache. So they'll like send out their crawlers to crawl the whole internet.
Okay.
And they will cache like over periods of time. And then when you make a call to ChatGPT, it will go through its cache to try to find like recent internet results.
Okay.
So it's generally like a little bit outdated, and it will only ever capture what it was able to crawl in those like
in that moment in time.
In that moment in time.
Okay.
So it's not robust. In order for an agent to be able to like robustly and comprehensively address a problem that like a search space that you want it to search, you would have to restructure the whole internet to look more like a database.
Okay.
Right, but the internet, as we know, is this like decentralized mass of things that are like loosely backlinked to each other.
Yeah.
There's no like semantic organization that would allow you to like gradient descent through the right answer.
Yeah.
So you can also imagine though that like we have a parallel internet that people send their agents to interact with that is like structured in a way that's legible to agents.
Yeah.
And there's an internet for humans that looks exactly the same as the one that we interact with today, and then there's an internet for agents that is just a totally separate highway that is completely restructured that allows them to search through things robustly and comprehensively as if it were like a GraphQL database.
Like a database that was designed for that, essentially.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so are we cooked?
TLDR, cooked or not?
Are we cooked? I don't think. Well, so okay, let me give you an example of something I've been doing recently.
Okay.
So, or one thing that I've been using like crawler agents for.
Okay.
So like I like to collect vintage clothing, like archival vintage runway pieces, including this one.
Okay.
And
gorgeous.
Thank you. I have like a combination of an indexer and a web crawler that goes around and semantically searches, or actually searches like the internet by image similarity search.
Okay, so when you say you have a crawler,
Yeah.
what is that, like a website? Like literally, what is that?
It's like a Python script
Okay.
that
It's
executes
code.
it's a Python script that executes like every 1,000 milliseconds.
Okay.
And goes and like pings
Different websites.
Yeah.
That
pings
you've
different-
chosen, like websites that you've said look through
so, like,
these.
I have a model
Okay.
that is trained on all of Vogue's runway archives.
Okay.
So that any time on eBay, Vestiaire, any of these like secondary sale marketplaces, any image is posted that matches something in my model,
Okay, it will alert you.
it will alert me.
Okay.
We have another buyer for that over here. Kate, she's definitely.
Kate's in on that.
Kate's in. Kate's right in the
So like
angel
I
pit.
have, I mean, I don't know, like I guess if I implemented this for finance, I would make way more money. But instead, I've decided to do this
To
for,
spend
like,
money.
to spend money on archival vintage pieces. But like, say for example, you were using this arbitrage bot for like making money, you could make $1 gazillion, I guess.
Okay, you're gonna need to set it up on my computer and we'll see.
Right.
Okay, so, and you're like, do you think that can be extrapolated out to like many other places on the internet? That,
Totally.
Okay.
For example, anytime. So for example, not financial advice, guys. If Donald Trump were to hypothetically tweet about American Eagle Outfitters, one could hypothetically immediately get a hit from a web crawler that buys that stock ticker, right?
Okay.
And one could theoretically make a lot of money.
One will. Someone surely is already. Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Like that's the kind of thing that this allows you to do, which is like the minute something happens, you can turn
Your
it
agent
into
moves
an
on it.
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like we could talk about this for a lot longer, but I feel like I'm starting to understand it. But similar to many of our conversations, I'm getting 25, 30%, and every time I'm learning a little bit more.
Listen, you're going to hear a lot more about this. From
Great.
me over the next couple months.
I genuinely look forward to it. Thank you so much for coming on. This is so fun. Hopefully we'll have you back very soon.
Yes.
Okay. See you later.
Take care.
Okay. I feel like we have one more guest. Rachel in the house. Hi. Rachel, I won't pull you up, but I'm tempted to.
I have the face for radio.
No, not a face for video. No.
Oh my gosh. It's so nice to see you.
It's so
Okay, let's get Quasimatt mic'd up here. I have things I want to talk to. How are we doing over there in the editing bay?
Yeah, how's it?
She's out of Red Bull.
Be hydrating.
I know, my Gatorade's gone. I can't chew gum because I'm mic'd. I did chew it during the Burkey thing, and I kind of forgot that I was mic'd, but we'll find out how it sounds.
How's the stream feeling?
I'm okay, thank you though. Great. Love to see it. Okay. Do you have anybody else?
Quasimatt, come on down.
Our final guest.
Wow, thank you so much. Hello.
It's an honor to have you.
It's an honor to be here. I will say I'm a bit scared because I did notice that you were exhibiting some malicious and maybe hostile behavior towards some of your previous guests.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's
the vibe.
Doxing credit card numbers.
Exactly.
Calling people up and quizzing them.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We love. We're trying to have a little bit more edge, to ourselves.
Oh, to yourselves.
To the stream, to ourselves, to the way that we are in the world,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Am I like the edge DEI? Oh my God, no, we're not going there. I'm not standing up. I'm standing here.
I don't quite know how to introduce you, Quasimatt. Where do you work? Do you work?
I don't either. So basically,
I don't either.
Basically, like 75% of my time, I sit at my laptop.
Yes.
And like
Computer job.
25% of my time, I like queen out, but like with an agenda.
Okay.
And that's like what most people do for their job. Like I would guess that that's like roughly what you do.
It
for
is
your job
actually. That
as well.
describes it precisely.
And I just feel like the details don't matter. Like who I'm talking to, what I'm talking about, the buttons that I'm clicking. It's like.
We're
whatever.
just.
I do like DeFi stuff.
Okay, what's the agenda then? If you're queening out with an agenda.
Well, so this one I actually determined is I have no agenda.
Okay.
I'm just here for fun. Yeah, because I don't have anything really to sell you or anything.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
that's the
disappointing.
perfect
I wish
place.
I would have come up with something. But.
I mean, it would have been really cool if you came with like a competing credit card and you were like.
Yeah, that seems a bit involved.
A referral program for the AMX Platinum would have been a fun thing to do.
Okay, I could work on that for next time.
But I feel like you have a cult following on the internet. Accurate?
A very small cult, but yeah. Cult is like a good word.
Cult is a nice way of
Some
saying
people
small.
are dedicated. Yeah. People are dedicated.
Dedicated following. When did you start to do that?
I first started posting in high school. I actually was like an aggressive. I brought Twitter to my high school.
Whoa.
Nice. Yeah, and I was on some really crazy didn't spell a single word right
Nice.
Borderline cyberbullying, causing drama, being
Yeah.
a little bit messy on the internet.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of spiraled and snowballed, kept doing it. And then I actually ended up joining crypto because it was on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was just so addicted to Twitter that I was okay, well, I guess I could make money by being on Twitter now. So here I go.
Here we are. Did you do a sweep of that presence online or no? Deleting a lot of it?
I was banned several times, so that's what's nice about it. If you get really problematic with it, you actually don't even have to. You're free because it just gets deleted.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
People come knocking and they're okay, actually you're out. So I have done some clean slate sweeps before, but if we're talking early, 20,
it's gone.
When I was in high school, I didn't even have to worry about it. It just automatically got deleted.
Nice.
And who knows, maybe it will resurface and cause some sort of interesting strife for me, but for now we're safe.
Well, anyone who's watching, you could just go to Quasimatt's Twitter profile and do a search of all the problematic terms that you want.
Yeah,
we can see.
You're welcome to do. Yeah, of course.
You guys could do that right now.
We could do it. Okay, so what do you think about crypto?
I think crypto is really fun. I think the reason that I joined it at first was really because of the work culture. Actually, I wanted to be able to have a job without feeling like I had a job.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had a little corporate career for 2 years, which was absolutely horrible.
I know someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate,
I was
Kate, employed by Boys Club, says same.
Yeah, I was hawking pharmaceuticals for a while, and I was working in health tech.
Lucrative.
Well, not for me, but for someone was making a lot of money. It just wasn't me.
Okay.
And then I was oh, I hate my life, and I went to grad school for economics.
Many such cases.
Yeah, I made it fun though. I went to Germany for it.
Okay.
But it was during COVID,
Euro.
so they got really I got pulled over for riding my bike after 10 p.m.
Okay.
It was a little.
Whoa,
yeah,
disappointing.
It was a lot.
Okay.
But I was in grad school, and then I was really interested in microeconomic theory, which took me to crypto incentive design stuff. And then I started just like doing work for DAOs, which felt like the fakest thing ever. Like I was like doing real work, but it's like, I don't, like this person is like using a voice modulator. Like I don't know who this person is, and they're like sending me like lots of money every month.
Yeah.
And I just liked that. I was like, why would I go back to like a midtown office if I could do this instead?
Totally.
Yeah.
And so like it was really that. It was like my interest in economics, of course, but it was more so about like work culture and like lifestyle stuff.
Respect.
And now more people just work from home, so more people have embraced this sort of like neat adjacent lifestyle. But that was like the catalyst for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
and are you do you do tokenomics work? Is that with your fancy degree, or are you just taking,
so
okay,
I did not get the fancy degree because I dropped out.
great.
But I like started my career in like more incentive designy, like economic stuff. Like I was doing like incentive design and documentation and like more of that type of stuff. And then it just like slowly, maybe devolved isn't the right word, but that's the word that came to mind. It became more about like narrative and marketing, and like I did a lot of like growth and BD stuff. I was like a governance head for a while.
Okay.
So I had just like I've done a survey of like all the like so-called non-technical stuff, but now I'm getting more back into like econ related stuff. Like within the past year, I've been doing some like arbitrage bots just like independently.
Oh, everyone seems to be on it now.
No, making bots, like you can literally vibe code a bot and make money. It's like crazy. Like
let's
I like
do it.
barely know what I'm doing.
Let's go.
Someone needs to do it. Teach a man to fish. You know, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, use AI. Like you don't even need. Like I didn't know anything. I just. Like,
That's what
So
people
what
say.
are you arbitraging then?
Well, like I can't. I do DEX arbitrage.
Okay.
So like I can't like tell you what it is because some like for example 3 days ago I created one within 12 hours front ran 0 profit and like I'm not very sophisticated.
Okay.
So like I'm not even in the mempool. Like I'm not like front running transactions. I'm just looking at like I'm reading 2 prices and then just like submitting a transaction. It's
Okay.
like the simplest thing ever.
Okay.
So it's more about like knowing random esoteric parts of the market than it is about like being technically sophisticated.
And is this in crypto?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in crypto.
Okay.
I wouldn't know how to do it in not crypto.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay, I want to get your take on, there's some trends that we've been seeing. There's some crypto trends, and then throughout this live stream that we've talked about, and then there's some trends that I'm seeing. One that we've been talking about is like creator, like streaming tokens within a stream. What are your thoughts on that?
So I was like really late to learning about this stream token ordeal. Like I feel like when it was actually popping off, I wasn't paying attention. But I was like recently thinking about it, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities between like the way that a stream operates and the way that a community forms around a stream and the way that like a meme coin operates. Like in both cases, there is some symbol, so either like the streamer or the meme coin, and then people essentially like come together and create a community where they kind of like do free labor.
Yeah.
So like for a streamer, it's like you moderate their chat or moderate their Discord or ban people, I don't know. And then for a meme coin, it's like you incessantly tweet about it and like are as obnoxious as possible. And then in both cases, people are also like putting money in. Like people donate to streamers, people like buy meme coins.
Yeah.
And so there's like this social similarity. But I think like streaming is a little bit more real in the sense that like if I'm shilling a meme coin, like say dog with hat, do I actually like, do I want to form a community with people? Do I have similarities with these other people who are engaging with that? No, like a dog is not, like a picture of a dog is not significant enough that it warrants like building a community around.
Yeah.
But like a streamer who has like a certain social mode, interest, who talks about certain things, like yeah, that's conducive to a community. And there's also like a volatility in like how exciting the stream can be that I think makes sense for a meme coin.
Yeah.
For me, I think there's like an incentive design problem with like the way that, basically I think the tokenomics are wrong.
Yeah.
Like right now you can farm the volatility, a lot of people are gonna lose money, but there's no way to invest in a streamer for the long term without like taking on serious risk.
Yeah.
And so I think like that is the problem that needs to be tackled. I also think there's like some stuff that major streaming platforms are doing like Twitch, that I was talking about before, like you donate for attention basically. Like you want your text to appear on the screen or something like that. And to my knowledge, I'm like not super informed on this, but I think like Pump isn't really doing that necessarily. So like the monetization mechanism I think should be stacked. Like you're doing what's already happening on Twitch, but you're also adding this like speculative token.
Oh, interesting.
And I feel like it's being replaced. They're not yes-anding it. They're saying like no.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's like when you're on TikTok Live and it's Selena Gomez and someone's paying to like have a cowboy hat on her. Like that thing,
exactly.
that's not being translated. It's like we're creating something net new on the Pump Fund token stream, whereas like we should probably be building on these other things that have like clear product market fit is what you're speaking to.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like on social terms, the interesting part about a stream is that it's happening live, and by watching the stream, you can influence it.
Yeah.
Like, you can comment on something. You can appear in the chat and like, yes, there's a chat on Pump Fund, but there's not like a way that you can pay to get like attention, to my knowledge.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's a really interesting.
And creator coins, what's your thought?
I feel similarly about creator coins, like what I said about the streamer coins, where I feel like it's like, okay, cool, you can volatility farm, but the tokenomics aren't right for creators. I think that like the creator coin model that will win will probably be either high fee or will lock tokens away that can be yield farmed for the creator. So like the creator should be incentivized to get as many people to hold the token for as long as possible, which probably just means that like whatever money goes in should be yield farmed, and then that money should be given to the creator. So the idea is that the incentives should be aligned such that the creator never has to sell, and they don't have to like impose crazy fees on their users.
That's
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, one final question here. Do you think that Peter Thiel is the Antichrist? Thiel is the Antichrist.
So the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because he recently did a talk.
This was a note that you gave us.
Oh yeah, of course. Like I got really excited about this. I actually told you that I wanted to talk about it, and then I went and researched it, so I have like all of like, 12 hours of knowledge about it.
Okay,
or something
great,
like that.
great.
But did you hear about the talk that he did in San Francisco?
Yes.
Okay, did you hear about this? Okay, so evidently it was like private.
Okay, you're gonna explain it. Great.
Yeah, it was private, but like we heard things from people who went, like journalists went, and it was basically like him. I don't think it was explicitly framed as him like beating the Antichrist allegations, but like obviously he was trying to beat the Antichrist allegations. And like he was kind of saying that what he's doing and the reason that he gets the allegations is that he's like trying to participate with like governments and nations in order to like concentrate power to him. So he's doing this like technocratic thing where it's like, no, government shouldn't have power, the power should be mine. And his thing is like, no, the real Antichrist is like controlling the government. What I'm doing is minimizing the government. And so he says that like Greta Thunberg is like a good candidate for the Antichrist because she's like saying, hey, I'm gonna use like governments to institute policy and like pursue my agenda.
Yeah, that checks out.
And so like I am really
You heard it here first.
he's just like so defensive of it. I'm like, you have to do all that, like really?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
engaging with
Red
it a little
flags.
bit too much. And so I'm like, okay, you probably are the Antichrist. There's also this like mark of the beast thing where someone gives out the mark of the beast, and then if you don't have this mark, then you can't like transact.
I'm familiar, yeah.
PayPal. like we're moving toward like a world where certain people have control over the financial system and they get to choose who can and can't
Wow, I'm
transact.
convinced. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I
And, like-
100% agree.
Well, but my conclusion, although there is this mountain of evidence against Peter Thiel, I think, or maybe not against, I guess, for the claim that he's the
Around,
Antichrist.
yes.
I am, what is it called, numerology? I'm really into numerology, and I truly believe that the Antichrist name has to have 6 letters.
Okay.
And Peter Thiel, 5.
Okay, so out.
like, yeah, so to me, he's out. It's like, clearly he's up to something, like he's like doing stuff.
Yeah.
GRETA, five still. We need 6.
Yeah. So, but whose name has 6 letters?
Who?
Trisha.
Okay. Trisha.
Paytas.
Exactly. And like I'm still developing the theory because like I'm not really like I don't have the argument like
Yeah.
you know, like I have this intuition, and then I found out that she doesn't have a middle name.
Okay.
So my theory
Whoa.
is she's gonna release. She's
Her
gonna be
middle
like,
name.
hey guys, like I have a middle name now.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna have 6 letters, and it's gonna be 6, 6, 6.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
Bulletproof.
Yeah.
For real, like yeah. Like, and she's so she has this soft power that's like almost unimaginable. Like I feel like she
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
invented like 80% of my personality at least.
Yeah.
And like she's like all over the media. Like,
She's puppet mastering everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
you
Cool.
can just tell.
Do you think that they're working together secretly underneath the surface?
I wouldn't be surprised. I did do some work for like Peter Thiel funded like psychological operations and like social operations. and she was never in the mix.
She wasn't there.
So like I would think that they're probably like at war with each other.
Yeah, competing.
And the nice thing about like if Trisha's the antichrist, then that means she kind of has the power of the devil or something on her side.
Yeah.
And so I feel confident and I feel like kind of at peace about the fact that she will win out. So I'm happy about that.
Man,
Yeah.
name a more iconic duo.
I don't want them to duo though. I think they should beef. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like stay in your lane.
Totally.
Entertain people in troll and then like make fintech or bomb people or whatever.
PayPal
Okay,
stuff, yeah.
related. Final question here. Who is the biggest grifter in crypto?
I kind of think that like if you're in there's a binary and like if you're in crypto, you're a grifter.
Fair.
Wow.
And like that's just like I think
Table
that
stakes.
we can all be at peace just knowing that like we're all on the same level.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to fight about who's grifting and
We're
who's
all
not.
garbage.
We need to figure out how we can grift together in a better way.
Come together.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Grifting
I love
together.
that. It's a beautiful, that's a beautiful note to end on, perhaps.
Really, yeah. Wow, I'm so happy you came by. You're invited back anytime. I want more theories. I want to talk about the Antichrist with you at any point that you'd be willing to discuss it.
I'll let you know if anything develops. Once
do.
I develop more of a theory, it'll be released.
Yeah, great. I feel like we need to sage the arena here. But thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay.
Thank you.
That, I think, concludes a day in the life of a live streamer here. Thank you all for coming.
Call to action here.
Oh,
Like and
CTA.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Support
Boys
us.
Club Studies
I do that.
is our
Yeah.
wallet address. So you can send your tokens that way.
Tune in here next week.
Tune in next week. Yeah, we're here every Wednesday. We have a lot of fun. If you would like to be on the stream, or if you have people who you feel should be on the stream,
let us know. Or if you'd like to
Hit the
sponsor
DMs.
the stream,
yeah,
also let us know.
QVC style or otherwise, we're here. Thanks so much.